Erica Lorraine Spencer here. This is the P.O.C. pattern of conduct, the ongoing real-time documentation of what is the criminal pattern of conduct of federal stalking in violation of 18 U.S.C. sections 2261A subsection 1 and subsection 2. This is the pattern of conduct underway by a public entity, that is the state of California, that is engaging in federal stalking in concert with the people of the state of California. So this is group conduct. And this is the practicing of what are the criminal elements of monitoring amongst what is the demon possessed. And so this is what is documentation of terrorism as it is underway by a public entity in concert with the people of the state who are in the shoes of the government as this criminal system is in ceaseless operation. And as the state engages in this demented group conduct, this is revealing how the public entity, that is the state of California, that is in the United States of America, how terrorism of an American citizen plays out, what that looks like, how that is facilitated amongst a people, amongst a government, how it is public corruption in plain sight, and not only that, how you formulate policy and how you prosecute that which is demonic conduct, it's demonic activity, but that which is in no way impervious to prosecution in federal court, and being subject to ratification into federal policy. This is the P.O.C. Wednesday, December 8th, 8URD 626, 7YKM 919, 7J 90604. CENTAS is group stalking at 5th and Mountain, 5MAZ 067, 7CFX 544. And I captured video of images of Ontario police group stalking on Mountain Avenue under the fake sun that was directly over the vehicle at Mountain Avenue. License BF72C83, paper 5FGK577, 88257R2. American medical response that is stalking in traffic, and directed light is appearing on the curb while they're driving in front. Understand, stalking, okay? Directed light beside the CENTAS vehicle that drives on the Mountain Avenue. I'm sorry, that drives on the 5th Ave from 5th Street from Mountain Avenue. Right here in front of me, they're stalking. Know exactly who I am, where I am. Impossible light activity. 7UCS 356, 7JJM 496, 6SMB 681, 7ADY 430, 7ATX 088, 8YAP 897, 3MVY 349, 7THS 824, 8S166, I can't see that one, 7RUC 076, 8PBX 712, and you have what is the fake sun that I capture upon leaving 630 North Fern, and it's the same exact pattern of conduct while the entity knows exactly where I am, stalking by American medical response, stalking by Ontario police, stalking by what are demon-possessed stalkers driving nothing but government vehicles, the police, the ambulance, medical professionals, they're supposed to be medical professionals, 5NFK670, I'm letting you know they're not, they're demon-possessed psychopaths, and they're stalking, 8AIV001, 7JQC119, 5EYH101, 7LYC726. He has a different license plate inside the car. 74445B3. And the fake sun is right here at 5th Street and Mountain. 6LLL162. 8SDZ956 is the back plate. They have a paper plate on the front of that vehicle. 8DDF875. And the entity molesting with ongoing directed light. I want to be clear, this is the location where this policy for understanding what a sex offender, while the people of the state would repeatedly and serially engage in molesting my person, while the fake sun was remaining over 5th Street, as I said, on the south end side of this bus stop. This is just one location, and thousands of third parties, the people of the state would drive by and they will repeatedly touch me with light. Impossible light, okay? And this is the entity that is touching while they're stalking you. All right, I want to be clear. This is the place of inspiration, one of the places of inspiration. The government that is molesting you is a sex offender while it's stalking you and monitoring you. 6474483, 6HNN272, 50771H1, 7VQW 192, 7RHH848, 8M, I can't really see that one. And Walmart is crossing path, understand, in a commercial vehicle monitoring on the on the roads and the highways, monitoring with communication device, right, through this truck. The venue of Walmart at 1333 North Mountain Avenue is also a stalker, while the state places its fake sun in directed light. Understand that. 7G26481, and that's license plate 2WH689 Oklahoma. U.S.06385. License on the back P908015. Vehicle 158043, 7Y33870, and that Walmart truck molesting with light, that's a demon-possessed stalker representing a company as that brand is on that truck and molesting me with unnaturally occurring light while the fake sun is right here as well. All right, 5 DVC 626, they're all molesting together when they do that. 8 PBX 713, 5 TFS 422, 7 LHH 149, excuse me. 17464V2, 97431F2, 8LWZ 482, 8FIB 984, 82476U2, 8DYF 137, 7DYG 08, 7JDJ 859, 8N, I can't really say that, 7ZIT 670, 7NYN 394. Understand the sex offender that are the people that say they act as one. This entire entity, CENSATIONAL, the Ontario Police Department, American Medical Response are stalking me in the bathroom, 7LJS523. That's exactly what this entity is doing while they are stalking together with impossible light activity, stalking in the path together, monitoring with communication devices together, a violent sex offender engaging in kidnapping together, theft of property together. Okay, that's the entity, and that's the reality of the government that's monitoring, and that is the that which you're not going to separate for purposes of 26371U1 versus 7WAG762 or 8BM5756 Washington being the particular demon-possessed actor where molestation with directed light occurs as they're crossing path. They're acting as one, and they act on behalf of the entire group, which is the people of the state, and the people of the state are the vicarious aspect of the entity, the government that is stalking and monitoring. Okay, and that's why the fake sun is here at 5th and Mountain, following from 630 North Fern. Impossible to coexist with that ongoing documentation of while it's remaining over the Ovid Family Community Library, the B&G Plaza, etc., 6DJX789, and that is speaking to what is also the intent to touch. Everything is revealing that intent, the absolute impossibility of it being the sun, that absolutely impossible light activity under that which is shown to affirmatively not be the sun. 8ANK801, 8AKN801, sorry, 8NMZ231, 7SFS201, PAGEMAN, FR831, handicap, 8HUA936, 8DDU534, 8RHM749, 7MPH733, 5YUN470, 8947N2, substantially similar, 8PCH846, 97851M2, 8MHT343, 6XTP363. On track, license 8A10359, 8KDL716, ADT BC3W292, 8VGS749, 67146D2, 8RJV423, 7ZEA059, 7BZ, I can't really see that one. That is the Ride LLC. And I want to, that on track is not the mail courier. That was like a utility truck, like a small little white truck, not the on track, the mail courier. 6XVX439. And it's currently 8:40 a.m. 7ZMT095. 7SMC, 7SCM066, 7BEF644, 6DAA599, 7J97031, 8DYW010, 5XAM519, 7VCK742, 6ZMM290, 7WXZ176, 8ECB978, 47151V2, 6R34485, 8JPW 46, I believe, 8MWV679, 8VBD519, 7FOP276, 8DGT313, 8CMT909, 8VOZ707, 7YGD914, 8PFB212, Of course, as she drives, she being Tracy Banks, as she drives west up Hope Boulevard, the state keeps its fake sun. She enters the Ontario Village, as I show you customarily day in and day out, fake sun over that Ontario Village, as literally over me as I'm in that parking lot, and then proceeds to go, remaining over me while doing so, east to go back down Hope Boulevard toward B&G Plaza, toward the 150 East Hope building, all right, or wherever it is that I go, and the state keeps its fake sun down there. It is 8:41 a.m., and you have what is stalking, also what I captured on the school bus, I captured the license plate of that school bus. That's a demon-possessed stalker, as I've also shown in video. It's the same exact conduct with the demon-possessed driving a school bus. 7HHB 970-130-2413. Chafee Joint Union, which I also showed recently, 8GYR 910, 8NEP 722, 7NSW 106, 8UWP 707, and you have what is the same impossible light activity, same presence of the fake sun as the demon that is driving the CEASELESS facility services vehicle, okay? And while CEASELESS is stalking, understand, while they're driving in a direction away from me, they remain in relevant position, and directed light is on the street while they do so, okay? It's 8:42 a.m., and CEASELESS is patrolling as they cross path again. This is at 5th and Mountain, 8:42 a.m. All right, CEASELESS engaging in a molestation while they are stalking, all right? And that is captured on video, and I also captured what is the fake sun that is on the opposite side. Not only is it impossible light activity never occurring, it's also not ever going to occur in the shade. It also doesn't occur while you happen to drive by a specific person at a very particular location. It shows stalking, and a demon-possessed one, and a sex offender. 8TDA 281, 8EKW 194, 7CIN 956, 8LJN 480, 8MDH 934, 7MOM 667, 8DQG 178, 6ABT 180, 4RME 084, 8XPJ 194, 8NYG 262, 4165T, that's Roma, 6SYU 743, 8TAF 212, 7TZM 692, 7HTB 768, and Roma, that's a large truck that you heard, as they cross path touching. They're under the same circumstances, the same exact conduct, the same sex offender touching. License 32053F1. Omnitrans going out of its way to stalk, driving south on Mountain Avenue at 8:45 a.m. in with the Omni Access buses. It's 9228, that's the vehicle number. They're stalking with the rest of the people. Omnitrans goes out of its way in such vehicles, also crosses path with buses that say out of service. They put any signage on their buses to engage in the stalking conduct. License plate 4NLP390, license 7YWY807, 8LXS 394, and understand that's exactly what is underway when the government is stalking. They are stalking and intentionally crossing path with you. 7BDC 489, 7R, I can't really see that one, 8KTW 771. License 5CUT 480, 7NDC 936, 7PIM 350, 685N2, 7VKD 910, license YP32359, and U438500 is the back license plate. That's 2 on a truck, the front and back. 6AJM616. It is 8:46 a.m. And this is stalking while the fake sun is placed at this position in Ontario at 5th Street and Mountain Avenue, while they are engaging in, they being the people of the state who are demon-possessed, engaging in a state system operated by the government, monitoring. License 8C96832, 86279Z2, 8NGD925. These are demons. These are demon-possessed actors. This is demonic. And they're stalking. 4ZPS764, 8AUL634, 8GDM049, 54927W2, 6V76578, 5ZHM601, 25330N2, 0347P62, 76P2, 2413K, handicap, 6TTV704, 8JFL181, 7RGJ444, 8XJL548, 7ENH889, 8RMV296, 7CLD474, T114C0. That's a stalker driving a dark gray smoke color Tesla. It doesn't matter what that demon is driving. They're violent sex offenders. That's what the nature of demons are. And I'm showing you how they engage in targeting someone, an American citizen who's documenting it. And I'm creating the policy. All of these demons are going to be prosecuted. I'm going to drag them by company name. I'm going to drag them out of whatever address they live at, whatever address they work at. Because this is absolutely out of the pit of hell, and it's sexual violence on behalf of a government. That's an unprecedented sex offender. 4S 1B151 8AMU723. License plate 7TKJ166 8XTU927 8G64064 6PNV500 8EWM693 8U81393 7PTF492 7XLF500 7EQZ674 6BLZ427, I believe. 3UZB470 8YUV754 7KDT534. It is 8:48 a.m. Let's see. 7SYD691 8TML082. 7SYD691, excuse me. Let's see. 8NCX872 5CAK102. Is that the, no, that's, let's see, this is vehicle number 117, California 142616, that's O Park. License 5EBS164. That's not license of O Park. I'm reading across the street, O Park is crossing path. 5MUL774, 51719E1. 8BZB350, 7CKR222, 7XDU, I can't see that one, 6STZ759, 8DYJ230, 5VQL670, 3FBU875. License 7TGY398, 7XWN046, 7MBJ278, 8WZB652, 8A92713, 21503F3, 7MGL438, 5ZBR663, 7SOU218, 3644132, 7YJS675, 7JJX023, school bus touching, 8RNY989, 6XKF982, 6XYP703, 8EXT472, 5NHD141, 6BXL589, 7EOY529, 6RUN905, 7VPU108, 8RRJ108, 8VVG985, 8UXW834, 7V86509, 7XYU485, 21364T2, 8WCX737, 4YRM815, 6F21155. This is 8NOR976, security paving. You already know about those stalkers using that commercial vehicle. 8JQD822, 8VHD780, license plate 8ALB690. And again, this is facilitating venue. Looks like 1105 Mountain Avenue. I'm sorry, 1105 5th Street. That's a facilitating venue. The 76 at the intersection of Mountain and 5th Street, they're monitoring. These facilitating venues right here where they live, these addresses, I'm going to recite those as well. They are facilitating venues 8UMS413, 7RBP939, 4GOS338, I can't say that one. 61066K2, 9406 I can't see that one. 6VNA015, 7BGT214, 5XH2561, 7HWT008, 8SYL565, 5NJY824, 8EFN864, 5SVG780, 8UFH473, 85344, 8, can't see the rest one. And it is 8:53 a.m. AMV 5339, that's Washington. 6UKJ223, in case I didn't read that one. And the 76 is located at 1305, I believe, or 1205 Mountain Avenue. 6UKJ223, as they, and it's like with all of them, they're crossing paths and directed light is on the ground. All right, they're literally stalking. That's exactly what I'm documenting. BU75M26 paper plate on a dark gray Mercedes driven by a Latino male. I want to be clear, as the entity is listening, you have demons that just hop on a school bus, hop in any vehicle, especially if they want to hide their identity. They're identifying someone that's going to be prosecuted regardless. 6URJ554. The government is certainly going to be prosecuted in all the ways it engages in what is obstruction of justice, in the ways that you can fathom, where you have an entire group stalking one person. 8PMR209, 8MAF440, 6AAZ515, 6PAB952, 8AEP533, JLPEMZ, I believe, 8VVP600, 8FVV404, 8TXB315, 8GPL588, BNYZTXI, I believe, 5VXW656. Snap-on is loitering in relevant position at that 76. License 6BDX1, I can't see that one. 6V07786, I believe I read that one already. If I didn't, there you go. 7PZH429, 6ZAZ516, 1VER348, 8KBJ297, 8YOV244, 8BCC851, 8KQY859, 8DSU751, 8CTS079, 8TSA733, 8JIM220, 4VYM636, 8MMM092, 4GDJ392. This demon, I think I read that one. Yeah, I read that one already. This one over here, loitering at 5th Street. A stoplight is a means of stalking. They're all stalking. Stopping in Romania is called loitering. 8LAB296. License 5XYJ085. 8FEN866. 98197K2. SIR942. It is currently 8:56 a.m. I think I read this one. 8EFN866. BM54N22 paper. 5XRL694. 9222 9H3. 8AAC774. 6WBH962. 8MYB616. 86734M2. 8VNK521. 7UKT809, 02123X2, 8WYV878, 8LANTR, 8DCX069, 3762-9H2, 8RKJ715, 8VHF971, 7FRG312. No front license plate on this truck. 91523B2 is the back license plate on that truck. 5EWN696. It is currently 8:57 a.m. $6X99705, 8RKH103, 7YGCO58, 4W TK961, 8WVU039, 8XQE219, 7AWW224, 7JVY190, 8RQG789, 8YDL656, 4MGW809, 6UOH 648, 8CBA086, 8WEF166, 3033, 7F3, 8FLR816, 7PYZ683, 7AXL893, 5JSC, I can't see the worst sound, 6W53229, 5RRB495, 6BAW834, 5XZH724, 7JHM432, 42619C3, 27989F2, 8ASN147, 6MBT096, 8DKX098, 6ZNG395, 7CAK534. This license plate of this truck, suppose you drive. They have a facilitating venue on Holt Boulevard as well. WP59970, truck 5172, US.2481658. The back license plate on that truck, 4UB1014, suppose you drive. License plate 6WSP848. All right, and what the state did with its light activity, the shade I'm showing you in the video, the state is engaging in ongoing chicanery with the environment, and this is why it doesn't matter where the state is covering up the skies and it's supposed to be a cloudy day. This is what the state in California is doing, and it's exercising its own climate, if you will. 5VAH 530, 8BZE319, 8ULB665, 5EZY932. And I'm going to let you know a lot of the arguments and I'm not going to get into politics, but I want to let you know what California is doing. This has implications for all of these arguments made out of the state of California talking about climate change. I'm just bring that up. 8VNK521, 7US W533, that it's getting hotter and hotter. And guess what? The state is stalking with a fake sun in the state of California. All right, that's going to affect your political perspective. 6BDX464 when it's artificially engineered, because that's what the fake sun is. 6CAM346, and the state's fake sun appears and disappears. That's what my documentation is showing you. All right, these politicians and the people of the state are liars. 6WIZ767, 8VBN799, because these demons are under a fake sun in California. 8G75961, 5AKK 15, 7HJC212, 1253358, 19819Y2, 6FBH272, and that is affirmatively proven in my documentation. 8FIL272, the fact that the state of California is stalking with that which is not the sun, a fake sun, revealing what is a monitoring system, but also it has implications with regard to what the state of California posits with regard to climate change and all of these issues, all right? I just want to be clear, it's fraudulent. 8DCD 492, 7YGG 600, 7TDH 737, and that fake sun that remains right here. That's why it doesn't change where the state is changing the environment. You know what's going on 24 hours a day when the state is stalking with a fake sun and with directed light. All right, 8UBB 490, and what the state did, which you can see in the video, there's shade over here, and the state's fake sun is at the intersection on the opposite side of the same brick wall. It's right there. All right, but there's shade. That shade is absolutely gone now. The state is engaged in moving around its light, so there's no shade here, and I remain molested with directed light. The state is engaging in a different tactic. It's subdued fake sun, which remains present. All right, and you have what is the removal of shade. That's how you know light is covering all over the place. The state has changed the color of it. All right, the shade is gone. 8ZBL715, 8WYJ881, 8W92782, 6TUW230, 8VBW332, no plates on that, 8AQH110, and it is 9:02 a.m. 7YWG730, 6JQD501. Under no circumstances will directed light ever occur, though. 7ZXP518, 45858C3, 8UUA927, 6YNL953, and like I said, there's no getting out of the P.O.C. But there's no denying the fact that I've captured what the state is doing, stalking with a fake sun. That's entirely demonic. All right, entirely demonic, speaking to what is in operation over these stalkers as I identify them. I'm identifying psychopaths, closeted psychopaths who are stalking one person with a government. And I want to be clear, I'm identifying a demon-possessed, this is a person that's dangerous to the public, regardless of how they act during the day. 6Z56190, it's not about that. You need to know what they're engaged in. 7TKV, I can't see that one. 8YGW787, 8YO9420, DK099 handicap, 5COA889, license 60614M1. And let me be clear, Chaffee Joint Union High School, molesting with directed light, Student Transportation of America, California 16052, crossing path. All right, it's the same demonic activity using a school bus. Okay, demon hops behind the wheel. Okay, license BM27M22, paper 8LMB632, 05096X2, 17715M2, 8CXU717, 7UBY047, 8XKC300, 7MKF166. It's 9:03 a.m. License 86437Y2, 8RZD121, 4NGN494, 6ZER178, 8NCX872, 45952F1, 7HWS166, 7YAK689, 8CJV706, 8GB274, I believe. Can't really see that one now. And again, this 76 is located at 1305 Mountain Avenue. Okay, group stalking at the 76, and that's a facilitated venue. They will be documented, all right? 8VDU834, I mean, they've just been documented, meaning I'm going to include that as a facilitating venue within what is relevant positioning, where demons are loitering at the gas station. They're stalking while they are at this venue. It includes Walmart. They're in relevant position as well. I'm letting you know how monitoring with communication devices works, how group stalking works. They go to any venue in relevant position while they are indeed stalking, monitoring. Okay, that's why you have what is a fake send. That's why you have what is directed light. That's why you have what is amplified audible activity. That's why you have the state stalking by aircrafts. All right, it is currently 9:05 a.m. License 16815W1, 7EQR120, 8YZ. I'm sorry, let me get this one. 8YZZ860. 7TLY108, 5 PGY976, 7UJB729. Okay, third party facilitating venue 1119 at 5th Street, 1125 at 5th Street, 1131 5th Street, 20827H3, 4GGM393, 6SOE906, 385LL handicap, 8LQR435. That's a license plate of facilitating venue 1131 5th Street in Ontario. 5XGL705, 7JDS165, 8TML082. Facilitating venue 1137 5th Street. 6FYR727, excuse me. Facilitating venue 1141 5th Street. 7CWR319. 8FLG999. Facilitating venue 1147 5th Street. License plate 7F69909. 8SIB084, 8FLK261, 6NBW767, 8LAB296, 8VCW395, 7DRZ573, 7RHH848, 6VQA428, 7GBD726, 6SOE906. If you're listening, a lot of those demons went straight to Walmart, and know that they're being documented. It's no forum, but I just want to be clear. That's why if you hear repeats, and also while I'm at the street, if you hear repeats, that's an entity that knows it's being documented. That's going toward their federal charges. Going to a facilitating venue in relevant position, they're still stalking, they're loitering. 6SCE455, X738MO. 8RJX352, 6EHX357, 7YGS900, 6WBL133, 6KLH099. Sitting at the back of the parking lot, stalking. 14318T1, 8XFN820. He or she is maintaining presence in the vehicle of the parking lot. All right, at the back part of the parking lot, 48639J2. ATPR976, 7TYG852, 7HMX112. This is Arizona BEA2AXA. I think I read that one. 8TPR976. 8CRZ982. American Medical Responses at the Walmart group stalking in the parking lot. 6EH, I think I read that one already. 8TQS161. 8JAK300. 6DOP454. 5ZWV026. 8KPF964. ACH9326. Paper plate BP87E70, 8EMS291, 8FDA274, 6GRR473, 8YFA890, 8RYW130, 8EMS291, 8WXX799, 6WWA962, and 5KBB684, 8F48978. 8EFR387, 8BGP435. Alrighty, I did get video because you need to see with your own eyes the extent to which stalkers are acting, and that's the state acting directly under the subdued fake sun, which remains over my head, while demons are standing around the parking lot. Okay, fatties. Oh yeah, what's look like? Oh man, you see that Raiders game? While they're standing around with their communication devices, stalking with AMR. License plate 70NH889. All right, I captured images of what are those freaks standing around stalking in the parking lot. 8AGD881. And guess what Walmart is doing? Pushing a line of shopping carts. That's called audible activity. Okay. 7XWN046, 7SIR885, 8PDY874, 7VXA843. 8LMP648, and that is the impossible audible activity of a train while I am at 1333 North Mountain Avenue. American Medical Response is stalking and monitoring. They just went inside the store. They remain in relevant position. They are here because they're monitoring. And those freaks I took a picture of, they're monitoring all together. Okay? That's just one example of the freaks that they are. They're demon-possessed stalkers. Communication devices are the focus. That's where they're standing, act like they're engaging in some conversation. They are focused on me under a subdued fake sun. Stalking with American Medical Response 98815V2, 6VOB244. That's a psychopath. Those are psychopaths, what you're looking at. Freak weirdos. 7BPM885. And they are dangerous criminals. That's the reality. They're dangerous psychopaths, closeted ones. Regardless of the way they present themselves, I'm letting you know what their condition is, and you are witnessing the pattern of conduct that they are engaged in. It's entirely malicious, posing a threat while they're stalking somebody. It doesn't get any more dangerous than that. I want to be clear. They're the same violent sex offender that's molesting with that which is unnaturally occurring. You don't have any form because you put a smile on your face. All right, that's exactly how Satan operates. And I'm showing you what is the threat that the people wage while they are stalking altogether. 8XKW300, 5WSH456, 6UBK582, 8XAY044, 8BGP435, 5LGM201, 8PHE486, 4RPN815, 6WXK763, 8EFS596, 7VVB994, 7RKT797, 8GOY016, 6XZU268, 7FQR292, 5GIE634, 7YJF467, 7BNJ682, 8XYP187, 6DAA599, 6LMA575, 5PTC166, 87782Z1, 8WFK714, 8FLL135, 8CKW626, 6XWB831, 7JVY190, BU78G56, paper, 5NLC108, 7KFW162, 7NVR518, 5PBB304, 8GVG520, 6LLM854, 6BPS441. RROTALE. I think I read that one already. 48886H3. 7NZM309. You would think that that group stalker whose license plate I just read would go before I approach presence in the path. Let me show you. That's what stalking with light is. He waits until I'm in behind his car to move. You know why? Because he's stalking with light. That's why. Because when you are actually waiting to be cautious, you would go before I am in the path of your vehicle. That's called stalking with light. That's why he's doing that. And he is monitoring with this group stalker whose license plate I'm also going to get. 7NMZ309. 4HQS411. What type of driving caution is that? You drive as I am right behind your vehicle. You're stalking with light. They wait until I'm in the path. They do the same thing with door closures. As I'm directly in the path, then they open or close their door or their trunk. Whatever they have, whatever the demon has to make noise and or create light. 5NDS000 is stalking. All right, in relevant position. And if she's not an American citizen, you deport those demons out of the country. All right, that demon is stalking with audible activity. She doesn't even belong here. She's not an American citizen. Happily ship those demons out. License 7TBX494, 5HAU003, 4PZG302, 8RLP215, 8LWK470, 8GEN725, BU90J28, that's paper. 8XYP187, 6VFK392, 7LRX107, 8TBF545, 6XRX257, 6VPD783, 7ZYE925, 6UBK911, 7WRH384, 8KSH700. It's 9:16 a.m. 8GOY016, 7TIE390, 8EEY716, 8TDR199, 8LQE202, 7NQE344, 8PCA056, 7XPH117, 6XDW231, 6UBK582, 3TAH935, 7KME711, 6ZER178, 6MRR 009, 6FBZ991, 7CHE545, 8JZH557, 8CHW161, 7UHF050, 8SAX642, 9, I think I read that one already, 7NIL 079, 335TR handicap, 8SAX642, because I didn't read that one, 7BBT 095, 6KLH 099, creating light activity at the front, using their hazards. This is a demon, okay? This is the same thing at Woodside's in your apartment. You're understanding the ways in which they stalk with light. 8JRF779. Under that which is not the sun. You're understanding the pattern. While you are in directed light, creating light activity in directed light. That's the pattern, okay? Pulling out a baby, that demon is in possession of a baby that they shouldn't have. That does not mean that they are not demon-possessed stalkers. It's the malice with which the demon-possessed engage in the P.O.C. 7HJ2248, 7HJZ248, okay? And that's what they're doing, pulling out a baby while they're stalking with light. 8JRF779, monitoring with AMR, understand that, okay? P.O.C. And that's what you're looking at while they're holding a baby. The fake sun is over their vehicle while they're creating light activity. All right, it is 9:17 a.m. License plate. Well, I don't see a license, but this is on the back of the thing, N515XL. And it is 9:18 a.m. and that is the fake sun that is over this Walmart at 1333 North Mountain Avenue while that demon is in possession of a child engaging in monitoring another American citizen, stalking. All right, and thinking that this is the whole impetus of that system. Oh, you're not a stalker if you're holding a baby or if you're pushing a stroller or pushing a shopping cart. It's called audible activity, relevant positioning. While they are covered in what is the light activity showing you the psychopaths that they are, okay? Directed light. It is 9:18 a.m. and this is criminal conduct on the surveillance cameras inside of Walmart, just like I documented just the other day, and like I've already historically documented Walmart, okay? I've heavily documented Walmart. It is a group stalker. They are monitoring American citizens. They are sexually violating American citizens. They're facilitating all of that conduct in concert with the government, with knowledge of the fact that it is known by that American citizen that they're violating in such ways. All right, it is 9:19 a.m. This is P.O.C. Walmart located at 1333 North Mountain Avenue. But this is Walmart in general. Understand this is identification of a third party in the state of California. It does not matter what address, as I have documented Walmart in Upland as well. Okay, the same conduct flying over my head by a helicopter as I get out of the car. That was the one at 1540 West Foothill in Upland. All right, it is not specific to the address. I have identified what is a group stalker identified by a commercial name. That is Walmart acting in concert with the government, exercising zero First Amendment rights while they're stalking in the path. All right, stalking inside of the venue. Hi, excuse me, I have a question. What's your name? Maria. Maria's monitoring with a communication device in what is aisle E1. Okay, tracking my steps and stalking and holding a communication device, and she is focusing her eyesight on inventory as though she's doing her job. She's monitoring. All right, and it's a demon-possessed stalker that is engaged in that sort of conduct. This is identification of a commercial actor, that is Walmart, engaging in the P.O.C. on behalf of the state, and that's where I'm at now on surveillance cameras. This is criminal conduct that's on the surveillance cameras inside and outside. They're all under the fake sun and directed light, maintaining light activity and American Medical Response, going out of their way to be at the venue to stalk me. They're going out of their way to do that. That's how important you are. Also, that's how important you are when the state is stalking you with a fake sun. You are very high on their priority list, okay? That's a terrorizing threat. And that's a sex offender. This is P.O.C. All right, capturing an image at 9:21 of Johnny, who's sitting at the, looks like B30. That's the costume jewelry area. Johnny's stalking with audible activity. He already knows where I'm at. And so he uses what he has. First of all, he grabs his communication device and then drops it on the counter. And I don't mean drops it like, oops, he drops it as a means of making audible activity. All right, you're just understanding the malice with which these psychopaths engage in the same exact pattern of conduct. And then as you see how they're engaging in the elements, it is not an accident, it's not a coincidence. You're understanding what is malice. And that's the conduct of demons, regardless of the expression on their face or the appearance of conducting themselves as though they're oblivious to you. That's what demons do. It's demonic. Straight out of hell. It's called malicious. That's how you prosecute under the law. It's called malice. Robert and Heather are crossing path inside of the venue on surveillance cameras, which I'm referencing at 9:22 a.m. P.O.C. They're monitoring with the patrons that are remaining inside of the store. Hi, Heather. All of them are just walking around holding his cell phone on his chest, right? Walking forward, keeping his phone on speakerphone. That's what you hear. They're monitoring. They are monitoring. They're all under the fake sun as well. These are psychopaths and they're violent sex offenders. Let me be clear. These demons are engaging in stalking in the same way that knee-jerk reaction the state appears with helicopter last night. That's exactly what they're doing while I'm in the restroom and my panties are down, and they're engaging in that same surveillance, stalking conduct with the government. It is 9:23 a.m. P.O.C. I want to document another third party by name at 1333 North Mountain Avenue, Angelica. She's got purple and teal hair, teal bangs in the front. Shoulder length, actually not even shoulder, it's like neck length, purple and teal hair. She's overweight. Angelica's monitoring, knows exactly who I am, pulls her communication device out, looks at it, glances at it as I'm approaching, walking in the path, exiting the restroom, okay? I want to be clear, and I just want to document another one. Irma. All right, it looks like she's been here since 20 years. Irma has a boy cut. She is monitoring, stalking inside of the venue, monitoring with the patrons. All of them are stalking together. I'm identifying Walmart itself. It's 9:26 a.m. Alrighty, I'm showing you what is looking like they're focused on getting TV dinners, frozen foods, buying beans, getting solution for their, solution. You can tell I don't have any kids. Formula for the kids while they're studying their communication devices, okay? They're monitoring, and that's all you're doing under the fake sun. All right, all I'm doing is I'm showing you what is the focus in prosecuting a government. It's entirely malicious, and it's not only that, there's a whole other level of malice because you're dealing with demons. So when you're prosecuting the Ontario Police Department, understand you are dealing with demons, very malicious and entirely deceptive in everything that they say and do, even when they are assuming, and the level of that malice, I'm trying to open your eyes as I'm showing you. It doesn't matter what those demons are acting like they're focused on. You are under a fake sun, you are stalking, and you are entirely focused on me. And the fact that you are conducting yourself as though you're doing something else, that is seeing the psychopath. Okay? That's seeing the psychopath that's trying to deceive you. That's what Satan is up to, and that's demon possession. That is every single last one of them. Stalking with light is demonic at its core. I'm showing you what is demon possession, and I'm also showing you what is, it's actually implausible, it's unpersuasive. But This is a tutorial, if you will, of understanding what are psychopaths. That male that I'm showing you, he's in the frozen food aisle. That fool knows exactly who I am, knows exactly where I am, is stalking and monitoring on my phone. And as I take pictures of him, he's looking at his phone. He knows exactly what I just captured in the image. He's a stalker and acting like he's doing something else. Guess what? Being on the clock at Walmart, they're the same demon-possessed stalkers, the same demon-possessed ones. All right, using their jobs to create noise all around you. Demons, malicious psychopath demons. Who has a fake sun over the address? That's how you know it. Okay, they're demons engaging in that same coincidental conduct, that uncanny ability to make noise at the same time I do the most minor thing. That's how you know it. All right, there is no form, and do not be deceived by what demons are trying to make you focus on with what they are supposed to appear as though they're focused on. No, they're focused on you. That's why I've shown you the environment that they're in. There is no being deceived by Robert, who works with Walmart. It is currently 9:29 a.m. This is P.O.C. stalking inside of a venue. This is, understand these concepts. The people are stalking you inside of the grocery stores. They're stalking you on the sidewalks. They're stalking you while you're walking down the street, because you ain't got no First Amendment rights while you're inside of that venue where the fake sun is over your home. And this is understanding because the government is monitoring. It's a whole different terrain. The government is monitoring, and you will be identified as the criminal that you are. Where you're holding hands with that government, you are a stalker, and you're monitoring in violation of Title 18. You're not exercising any First Amendment rights. You're going to drag those demons wherever they are, okay, regardless of whatever they are doing, okay, which is no form, where you're stalking with the government, all right? It is POC. It's 9:29 a.m. Alrighty, I'm going to complete my purchases and get out of here and finish documenting. I'm going to keep on documenting the one that I just named. Let me show you the demon that I told you. As he walks by stalking in the store, you see him acting like he's answering the question of another stalker. All right, can you help me? I can't find the. And you see them studying their communication devices. All right, and he's even looking up, focused on me. Okay, I didn't say look up, say cheese. All right, I am talking on my phone, right? If you're not stalking me, I'm talking on my phone, just like everybody else that they got their speakerphone. Those demons are monitoring. I'm documenting the fact that they are psychopath demons that are monitoring. All right, I'm documenting it. All right, but you have what is an entire focus of me because you have knowledge of the fact that they're being documented, and that's based on the nature of the crime. All right, and while he's supposedly focused on a customer, I'm just giving you another example, supposedly focused on a customer, helping him, he's looking up at me while he's studying a communication device, by the way. Okay, this demon with tattoos all over his head, in a wheelchair, studying his communication device. Okay, it's POC. It doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what you're doing. All right, do not be in any way. There's nothing endearing or compassionate about a demon in a wheelchair, about a demon holding a baby. It's actually very, it's cringing to me. You're talking about the demonic light activity I showed you last night while those demons were holding those young children. It is cringeworthy. That's what it is. It's not cute. It does not make a demon look any more compassionate. You're looking at what are dangerous psychopaths, and they're going to be plucked out of the positions that they're in where they're posing that threat to the public, because that's exactly what the people of the state of California are while they're engaging what is a satanic targeting system, and they're doing so on behalf of the government. These are the demon-possessed, and they are together and in their separate lives posing threats. They are closeted psychopaths posing an ongoing threat to the public. And the criminal conduct that I'm documenting them engaging in reveals that. You're talking about a sex offender that thinks they will never be prosecuted because they're molesting with light. Okay, all of this is based on the fact who's ever going to be able to identify what that conduct is. I've termed it directed light. And it's absolutely abnormal and unnatural. And it is speaking to what is your condition, demon possession. It is also identifying you as a stalker engaging with the state. All right. There are all of these false premises upon which demons engage in what is sexual violence. That's the mindset of a sex offender that is stalking you and then going out of their way to touch you because they want to monitor you with communication devices. Okay, you can go level by level by level. That's a sex offender and a violent one that goes out of their way to do so with knowledge of the fact that you're documenting it. Okay. So you've got demons that are filling the aisles looking like they're searching for inventory, and they are holding their phones in their faces while they do so. All they're doing is stalking in Walmart. That's it. And not stalking as in S-T-O-C-K-I-N-G. They're stalking, S-T-A-L-K-I-N-G. It is currently 9:32 a.m. That's a demon working for Walmart, crosses path as I change functions on my phone. POC. All right, you have what is the ongoing focus while they're monitoring with their communication devices, and that's what you'll see reflected in my documentation, where they're stalking in the path, because that's what this is. It's group stalking. All right, this demon has a communication device in her back pocket. This demon holding another communication device in her hand while she's pushing a young child, stalking All right, stalking somebody else, focused on someone else with the kid in possession while doing so, and looking like she's focused on paper plates. I'm looking at paper plates while she's keeping her phone in her face. They are monitoring. All right, this is a heavy-duty, hardcore stalking system, and they are violent sex offenders, obsessed. Stalking is criminal conduct that is born of obsession. These are demon-possessed stalkers, and they are obsessed. Okay, it's demonic activity. Alrighty, it is currently 9:33 a.m. Let me show you another picture of demons who are monitoring me. That's personnel stalking in the path, staying around like they're having some important conversation about the duties of Walmart. They're stalking in the path, and they have no credibility. I just showed you the fake sun. Okay, it is which is over their parking lot. And total, I mean, there is no reconciling that. You're revealing what are psychopaths who have zero form and rely on form. They rely on form. It is currently 9:34 a.m. Stalking in the aisles. What is this, aisle A2, A3? That whole group of demons. While I'm in, oh, did you hear him? Yes, ma'am. Are you responding to me? Oh, I wasn't even talking to him. What's your name? Yeah, that's the same one, Robert, who was focused on me. Okay, he's focused on me. I am speaking to the aisle that I'm at, and I look up at the sign. Is this A2, A3? Yes, ma'am. He's responding as though I'm not talking to him. But like I said, as I capture Robert stalking in the path with a customer, another third party, he's looking up at me, studying his communication device. He knows exactly what I'm saying, knows exactly who I am, all right, and is monitoring, as you can also see in his in the image that I'm capturing. And you have what is responding to my speech when I'm not even addressing him. I'm holding up my phone, and you are otherwise assuming that I'm talking to somebody on my phone, right? This is the in their twisted universe. They're not even informed with what is their twisted universe. He is responding to me, showing again his focus on me. And like I was stating, while I'm walking down aisle A4, A5, they are stalking in the opposite aisle right next to it, A2, A3. All right, and then you have what is the provision of an answer to a question that I did not pose to Robert while he is focused on me, and also stalking inside of the store. P.O.C. It is 9:35 a.m. Diana, she's in the produce aisle. 9:35 a.m. She's stalking. This is P.O.C.
Are you holding it up to all
because
the
I can hold my phone. You got people that are in here talking on speakerphone, walking down the aisle. Are you assuming that they're taking pictures of you
Why
too?
are you holding it up to every single associate that you're walking
Who
by?
is every single associate?
The ones that are in the vest.
Who?
The people with the vest.
Did I hold my phone up at you? Yeah. Oh, you were looking at me? This is holding my phone up and taking a picture of you?
Okay.
This is taking a picture of you?
I'm just being polite.
No, you're not. You just told me to leave, and you assume that I'm taking pictures of people. And my question is, I'm holding my phone up right now. Am I taking a picture of you?
You want to scroll through your pictures then? Let me see.
Why do you need to scroll through my pictures? Why? No, hold on. And second of all, I can take pictures of something if I want to share it on my Facebook page. Do you have an issue with that?
Associates? No, you cannot.
No, you're assuming that I'm taking pictures of associates.
You're right.
Why are you assuming that?
Because you're holding it up to associates.
That does not mean that you're taking a picture.
Then
so my question is...
So you're holding it up to associates to do what?
No. I didn't hold it up to any associate.
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Yes,
but I'm glad you're admitting that you're watching me. But no, I did not. Did not hold my phone up to any associates. This is holding it up to you. I have my phone in your face. Mm-hmm. This is holding it up. While I'm walking down any aisle, I am free to hold up my phone as I want, and I am doing it right now, and I'm not taking a picture of you. And I'm glad that you're admitting... No, it's period.
What am I admitting to?
That you're watching me. That's what you just said. That was your own language. And not only that, the fact that you're coming and approaching me, Brian, that's your name, right? And you're telling me that I'm taking pictures of your associates, that is also an implied admission that you are focused on me, you're watching me. And my holding up my phone like I'm doing right now is in no way an affirmative fact that I'm taking pictures of your associates. Which, by the way, if all you're doing is stalking and you're supposed to be focused on someone, why are you focused on me? Because I walked past everybody up in this store that is holding up their phone, and I'm not assuming that they're taking pictures of me, including your associates that I'm walking around. They're standing by what are customers, holding up their phone, studying their phones, not assuming that they're taking pictures though, are they? Well, all right, that's a form of targeting. That is literally targeting.
No,
and yes,
it
is.
I don't see you walking by customers and taking pictures of them. But you're walking by...
First of all, where did you come from, Brian?
Where did I come from?
Yeah.
Inside the store. I work here.
Okay, but you said you're not seeing me do one thing, you're seeing me do another. Where have you been while I'm walking around talking on my phone?
On the cameras.
Okay, and what am I doing that's illegal? Did I put something in my pocket? Does it look like I'm stealing?
The issue is you're taking pictures.
Why are you focused on me as opposed to any other customer, Brian?
We've been watching everybody in this store.
Oh, okay, so everyone else is holding their phone up.
Looked like taking the picture, so then we started watching it. And then
because it looked like I was taking a picture because I'm holding my phone up like this?
Yes. And you're only doing it to associates, not to any customers.
That's not even a true statement. And assuming that you can have all the camera you want, I'm glad, because we're gonna revisit this very conversation. But what I'm saying is, me holding my phone up is no affirmative evidence of me taking a picture. You're talking about a specific function on my phone. Why are you assuming that function? I could be holding it up like I am, like everyone else is on speakerphone, like I'm doing right now, okay? And you're assuming that I'm taking pictures. And you're assuming that I'm taking pictures of specific people. And you are coming out of the blue talking about you're focusing on me, not because I'm stealing something, not because I'm looking suspicious as a customer, but because I'm holding my phone in a particular way, and you're assuming that it's because I'm using the function of a camera. That's why. That is called targeting, and you have no grounds for that. And this is harassment. You represent Walmart, right? You know that I'm documenting. No. It's not right to target. You don't. I can take. Do you understand that I can take a picture of this and share it on my Facebook?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so there's nothing illegal about that. Because you have an associate that's over here does not mean I'm taking a picture of them. But the fact that you are so suspect of that and you go out of your way to admit that you're watching me, because you are necessarily watching me in order to make that statement, and then go out of your way to address me, Brian. All right, and pull me out of everyone. I want to be clear, this is audible activity and relevant positioning. This is P.O.C. by harassment and targeting by a third party who knows they're being documented. All right, so I'm free to make a purchase in the store. He's holding up his phone as well. He just stopped in front of me. I'm not assuming that he's taking a picture of me, okay? But you're targeting me though. Are you targeting that brother in the Alta Loma sweater? Are you? Because I don't steal. I don't need to steal from a stalker.
I never said you were stealing.
Okay, well that's grounds for you to be focusing on me, and you don't have those grounds.
No, the grounds.
There's nothing suspicious about holding a phone, just like he is, just like she is. Everyone, they're all
taking a picture of us in this incident. That's what.
No. He just did the same thing that you said you claim me, which is innocuous conduct, all right? Where you're not focused on me.
I can't see what they're
Okay,
doing.
but you were focused on me though. You chose to focus on me rather than another customer who's doing the same thing. That's what you just did, Brian. And that's what you are, whether you want to acknowledge what you just admitted, you are impliedly acknowledging that by the fact that you are addressing me.
If any person in this store would hold up their phone to associates, I'd be addressing them as well.
Okay, I am not holding up my phone to associates because you're standing in my... No. Because, first of all, it's not illegal. Let's get that right. Second of all, you want to go off on a tangent, it's not illegal. But even so, you're talking about, you are assuming that because you are in my path, and I am holding my phone up, and you're in my path right now, and I am not taking a picture. I am talking on my phone, as far as you know. And there's nothing illegal about that, but you're assuming that I'm using the function of a camera and that I'm taking pictures of your associates. That's what you're assuming, Brian. And you don't have any grounds to do that. And then you're telling me, and you're not the police, and you don't have a warrant to do so. Are you threatening to call the police for no reason? Is that what you're taking?
If it escalates,
okay, that's P.O.C. This is a threat of criminal summoning while you're monitoring. What else? Go ahead, because you don't have any grounds for any of the aforesaid. I just let you know how you are making a very specific assumption, and then you're threatening to call the police on that groundless assumption. What else? Go ahead.
The police will be called if this escalates.
I'm going to ask you to leave.
Why? Who are you?
I'm with AP. I just said that.
Am I stealing?
I'm going to ask you to leave. You're disrupting business needs.
No, I'm talking to your employee.
So either you can comply.
I'm talking to your employee.
She's an employee too.
Melissa.
Okay, well, Brian is addressing me, Melissa.
You can either comply or I can ask
Are you no
to
longer holding the conversation or what?
Call PD and have them.
We're all
This is
holding
taking
this
too long.
conversation now.
Okay, what's taking too long?
We need you to leave the premises. You're disrupting.
No, he's telling me, excuse me, Melissa, we're having a conversation. You want to escalate
Yeah, it's
this?
taking it too long. It's taking
What's
too long.
taking too long?
I'm going to need you to go.
What's taking too long?
I need you to vacate the premises.
Why?
Because
that's the point of our conversation. No. We just had a conversation about how you're assuming that. Who are you? You were focused on me too?
Yes.
While you're holding your communication device? And you're holding it right now. Are you taking a picture of me?
No, I'm
Are
not.
you recording
I have
me?
you on video doing that.
Doing what? Holding up my phone, which I'm doing now while you're standing in the path.
We're getting complaints.
From who?
From
This
associates
is this is text, but you're getting complaints from who?
From associates and
From
management.
Robert? Robert is the one that was talking to me when I wasn't talking to him, showing he was focused on me as well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
Okay, you're not addressing the question though. You want to dismiss it? No, I wasn't here yesterday, stalker. You got the wrong one.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to call PD.
Call PD. Call PD for what? For what?
We're asking you to leave.
For what? For what?
We're asking you to leave.
But for what reason? Because I just talked with Brian about it, and then you're coming. That's not a reason. This is criminal summoning. That's not a reason.
So are you recording us right now?
I'm documenting the fact that you're harassing me. That's exactly why I started documenting you, Brian.
No harassment. We're being polite.
No, that's
about
harassment. That's not polite. We're having a conversation which you are seeming struggling with. So Melissa calls herself swooping in and proceeding with criminal summoning.
I'm not struggling with anything.
No, you seem to be. That's textbook what she just engaged in, and you don't have any grounds to call the police. Using a cell phone is not illegal. So using a cell phone is not only not illegal, you're talking about calling the police because you're accusing me of using a specific function on my cell phone, which is not illegal. And you're also doing that because you cannot answer the question as to why you're making that specific assumption. All right? And you are admittedly, in every regard, admitting that you're focused on me. No, you are making an assumption.
No.
Yeah, you are.
We saw you on camera doing
You saw me on camera holding up my phone, like I'm doing now. Using my camera, even if I was, is not illegal. It's not a crime.
What you do
So
with
what
the
are
picture
you-
is a crime.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Like what crime? You tell me, since you know the law, Brian. What crime would that be?
Well, you tell me you know the law.
Yeah, you can post whatever you want. While I'm in Walmart, people do it all the time. While I'm in the store. And I want to be clear, Melissa is patrolling with a communication device, and that's criminal summoning while she's monitoring. And what else? And you refuse to give a response?
Wait until PD shows up, okay?
And you're don't want to give a response as to why you're engaged in criminal summoning, right?
I already did.
No, you didn't. What crime? I'm sorry, hold on. What crime is, honey, you're going to go to federal prison. You're not scaring nobody.
I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, you are. You're going to go to federal prison. And like I said, hold on. You don't want to respond though as to why you're summoning the police, right? Using the camera is a crime? Using the camera is a crime? Is that a crime?
So I'm just gonna let it go.
Is that a crime?
Keep going.
Is that a crime? Answer the question. Oh, you don't know, but you're calling the police?
I already told
You don't know? You don't know if using my camera, which you're not sure of, you're assuming that, all right? You've got me on camera holding up my phone. Where is that a crime? Tell me what the law, what are you citing? All right? You don't have one?
No,
Okay.
that's why I
No,
called
we're
PD,
done
so they
talking.
can
You
figure
called
it out.
PD so they can
they can
cite
talk
what?
to you. They can
About using a cell phone? They don't have any grounds for that either. They don't. And you're summoning the entity that you're monitoring with. What's your last name, Melissa? Oh, you don't? You don't have any shame for you're abiding by the law, right? You're not breaking the law. You call the police on people all the time for legal conduct. So what's your name? Melissa what?
I'm with AP, Melissa.
Melissa with AP at Walmart, and you come and interrupt Brian, who addresses me, and you're coming in and you're just going to swoop in and summon the police for
I
which
am.
you don't want to give a reason why,
I
right?
already told you why.
Right,
So
right.
you can
I
either
don't
leave
need your
like this,
reason.
Or you can wait for
Leave for what?
I already told you why. I already told you why, so you can either go.
Leave for what? Why?
Disrupting business needs.
No, I wasn't disrupting anybody. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we've had several complaints.
From who?
Different associates.
What are their names?
I don't have to do all that. Look, I
You're
already
talking about, oh, and not even their names. You're talking about you have different complaints. So the employee personnel that were just grouped up here, or Roberts was talking to me when I wasn't talking to him. Is that the one that complained? Because he's focused on me. He was focused on me. When I'm walking down the aisle talking about, yep, when I'm on my phone, holding my phone up, not taking a picture of him. All right, you're a bad liar, Melissa. All right? You are. And you are going to federal prison. All right? So you can stand there, Satan, all you want, and nod your head like because you know you're in the wrong. And I will be taking a picture of you right now. There you go. That I will be taking a picture of you right now. I'm sorry, excuse me, don't touch me. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. What? Now I'm going to run from the police, is that what you said? I document the police. You and them are going to federal prison. What are you talking about?
Nice.
What are you talking about? Is that the sun over your parking lot right now? Did you capture that? Yeah, it's not. Thank you. Knowledge of documentation, that's what that is. Directed light inside of the venue. That's P.O.C. That's not the authority of the police. All right, and you're talking about if she comes back, that's a trespass. She knows exactly who I am, right, Sheila? You know exactly who I am because you're monitoring. That's why.
Yes, I'm monitoring.
Okay, and you're in directed light. Alrighty, I captured substantial video of what is Melissa. All of that is relevant for what is knowledge of the fact that they're being documented, okay? And then harassment while the entity is hostile to the fact that they're being documented. 7WYV618. And like I was telling Brian, who was very much struggling. This is why Melissa steps in and she is escalating. She's not helping. She's escalating. ALSONIA. 7BBS028, and I understand that is the absence of an ability because it's not any violation of the law. You're talking about what is assumption, a very specific one of what I'm doing on my phone, all right? 8RMP453, and understand it's not an assumption. They know exactly because they're monitoring. 7BBS028, and what I captured right now was that ongoing harassment and targeting and criminal summoning in directed light. All right, she's going to federal prison, BU08C79. And understand, she is just representing what is Walmart. Engaging in operation of her communication device, engaging in criminal summoning, engaging in harassment in the state's environment while you're monitoring. You know exactly what I'm doing on my car. You're understanding how demons operate. 6GVB003, 7MPM616. And all of these demons are engaging in the exact same pattern of conduct while the state's fake sun is over the parking lot at 9:52 a.m. At 1333 North Mountain Avenue, ED194, handicap. ALSONIA, 7BBT095, 7JAH311, 6JJT114, 8RMP453. Everything that I just documented, all of those are admissions by the entity. I want to be clear. When he's making those statements, you're admitting that you're focused. He even said it, that he was focused on me. And they're making admissions as to what I'm doing on my phone, which is not in violation of the law, which is a very specific concern by those who are monitoring and are fearful of documentation. None of what they were accusing of, which is groundless. It's a specific accusation, all right, based on knowledge, all right, but they want to in any way try to avoid documentation. You're understanding those are admissions. That's exactly what I'm going to prosecute them on. Criminal summoning is grounds for federal prison. That's why I'm also documenting her on camera. She's identifying herself as Melissa. She does so while she's standing in directed light. All right, she's patrolling with a communication device inside of the venue and using harassment as her audible activity while she's stalking on behalf of the state, and the fake sun is over the venue, okay? While you have that directed light, it's absolutely impossible. I'm showing you all of the hallmarks. This is P.O.C. Walmart heavily documented before. This is hostility, great hostility to the rich documentation that I captured today. It is 9:54 a.m., 7KJL874. 7ZJC316. 8BXV112, DB649, handicap, 8CIZ678, and this demon patrolling in the parking lot is 8VDU834, 3JYB152, 8TQA379, 8CLW197, 4UDH429, license 5KLD825, 4UDH4, oh, I read that one already. 8PYT745. That's amplified audible activity while the fake sun is right over my head. 718BF handicap. 7TDN489. 8DAL061. And this minion over here, 8KPV809, in case I didn't read that one. This one's over here monitoring to that amplified audible activity. Oh, she doesn't have a license plate in front of her car. That one in a second. License plate MILLYJ BSA 6VF. That's Arizona. Or, yeah, that's Arizona. It looks like a different place. 7HCE054, 8KTV887, 6LGW156, 5SBM425, 8FTB922, 6GNG830, 6NEK074, 8KVP809, coming back down the aisle. Let's see. This demon's taking her time. I'm gonna go ahead and get her license plate when she closes her trunk. License 8VEN531, 8GQZ260, 7MPM616, 8UVS526, CEZ8249, Arizona, 6SDE664, 16301G2, 7FBS550, 7XZD584, 8FEJ395, 6JBF506, 6VZR033, 0598, 8X2, 8VIT150, 7XLF500, 8LYC368, 8ZBL715, 7JHM318, 6GRM631, 7XYX986, 8VEK830, 8JHN142, 7DGP479, 8WPV732, 7ZTW307, 7XZD584, 4GPU121, 8NZK965, 7RZX606, 385LL. That's a handicap. Alrighty, I'm gonna get this demon that's taking her sweet time while the state was amplifying that, and she's not acting by herself. She is one demon who's in relevant position monitoring. So while she's monitoring under the fake sun that's directly over my head, this is how you know that she is stalking. The fake sun at 9:54 a.m. Directly over my head at 1333 North Mountain Avenue. I'm going to run that tape when Melissa, or whoever she is, identifying herself as AP, engaging in violation of the law. Under the fake sun and in directed light, it doesn't get any more blatant with revealing what is a demon-possessed stalker, engaging in terrorism, and facilitating that by the state. 7CGH167. That's that demon license plate that I was waiting to get. All right, it is 9:57 a.m. You have what is the creation of audible activity, amplified audible activity, in what is directed light under a fake sun. All right, 6NEK074, 8KVP809. What am I showing you? While I'm sitting outside of the Ovid Family Community Library in Ontario, we'll do the same city for right now because you already know what it is when I'm in Upland. You already know what it is when I'm in Fontana. You already know what it is when I'm at the same time and earlier in transit to those said cities. And the state is moving a fake sun in real time to remain in alignment with me on the bus or the car, whatever mode of transportation I happen to be in. 8FRB641. And then you have what are psychopaths. This is a demon-possessed stalker, and that's exactly why I referred to her that way in the video as Satan. That's demon possession, 8JTH588, 6ALE190, 7UGF333. The absence of any legitimacy, no credibility whatsoever. I literally captured that demon-possessed stalker with directed light while she is making a threat to me, while she is monitoring me, while she is stalking me. All right, 8RXS270, 7ZZ699, I believe. I'll get that one in a second. 7KJW179. This is license plate 7Z26699. I read that one already. There's stalking sitting at the other end of the parking lot. 5NSL949 and 5LXR944, 4GPU121. All of these demons have directed light while they're crossing paths in the parking lot. It's 9:59 a.m. 5NSL949, I read that one already. 8FRB641. And what am I showing you at the Ontario Open Family Community Library, for example, when I'm sitting, let's just bring up the other day where I'm sitting in front of, well, I arrived, first of all, before 10 o'clock, and the state's fake sun is at the Ovid Family Community Library. You already got this from what is the fake sun while I'm at 5th Street and Mountain, before I even get to Walmart, and the state has necessarily moved its fake sun. I am showing you the fake sun before I enter the Ovid Family Community Library, remains over the 280. I'm showing you the fake sun, 8GQZ260, while I'm in front of the library where the McCarthy construction site is, 8FTB922, and the state moves its fake sun to be over that edge of the front while I'm at the parking lot side of the Ovid Family Community Library, 6BNB660 at 10 o'clock, all right? At 9:53, I'm giving you specific timestamps showing you what is, it doesn't matter what the time of day is with regard to what is not the sun, all right? Because it's not the sun, you can analogize it to what will be the time of day, time of year, and you're seeing what is based on where I am and that maintenance of presence. This is why you have it 10 o'clock in the morning over 1333 North Mountain Avenue. Let me show you that. 7CGH167. All right, I did show you what is the fake sun over the venue and directed light while demons are stalking in the path. That's going toward the federal imprisonment of such Walmart personnel. 8KLK924, 56693V1, acting on behalf of the entity, all of whom are present on behalf of the state. 5WSM695. 8UDL616, 8UET038. You're talking about dealing with Satan, who is a very sore loser, and they're going to end up in federal prison because you lose. And when any other targeted individual is documenting, you will be going to federal prison. The government doesn't get to engage in that. 56693V1, and threatening to engage in calling the demon-possessed law enforcement agency for purposes of what is kidnapping, because that's what it is. You're monitoring, you're stalking together. 6KAS420, you're going to federal prison. 842JW. All right, you're talking about dealing with a sore loser and a psychopath, while that psychopath is in directed light, literally, under the fake sun, literally, while she is saying the words that are coming out of her face, which is audible activity. 7REH954, 7MBX959. 7HCE685, all of them are stalking. 7KNP020, which I showed you in video, but they literally have directed light all over the place while they're driving by. They're all stalking, including Melissa on video inside of the venue, and that psychopath is monitoring. You're talking about approaching somebody and acting like they're not a stalker. That's a weirdo, freak, psychopath, and a sex offender. All right, and then operating in that alternate twisted universe, which is a figment of their imagination. They are monitoring. You're understanding what is a psychopath. all right? And then engaging in, we have you on camera taking pictures. You are monitoring. You're a psychopath. You are a psychopath. You are monitoring and you are stalking with the state. 7VXK522, 7YXJ782. Even operating, and that's what I'm rattling off to him, because even in their little twisted universe where it doesn't exist anymore. You talk about federal prison, you're going to be prosecuted. K899C0. You're understanding what is third parties conduct, and this is a commercial actor. Understand this is informing what is the true identity of Walmart. AJHW142. All right, which is nothing but a means of identifying the government that's monitoring American citizens. Understand the true identity of Walmart, because this is 7ROG 581 informative documentation to that end. This is what Walmart is about. That's what Walmart just engaged in. Walmart is a group stalker. Walmart is hostile because I'm documenting them squarely pegged as the sex offending group stalking psychopaths that they are. Brian is demon possessed. Let me let you know about that. Melissa is demon possessed. Let me let you know about that. This is their condition. It is not different. And you're talking about what is a demon-possessed stalker is monitoring on my phone, knows exactly what I'm doing on my phone, and there is no plausible argument to the contrary. They're in what is directed light and what is a fake sun. And then you also have what is engaging in implied admissions of focusing on me. But I don't need it. I already know you are. I've already established the P.O.C. I'm showing you what is the dangerous psychopath. All right? And this is the true identity of Walmart. A commercial actor. Okay? It's the same demonic entity. Psychopaths. 7ZTW307, 8NFS113. They're group stalking at the stoplight, where the fake sun is right here over me at Hawthorne and Mountain at 10:05 a.m. No longer over the parking lot. P.O.C. TRZ007, 7UWA335, MOORFAM, JETTNBY 6KEN667, 8YOP191, 7HCT328, 8NQW355, 27595A2, DB575, handicap, 7THT909, 33888K2, 64273V2, that's Best Overnight Express, California 52976, US.589562, Best Overnight Express. 7XMT377, 8GTE127, 10:06. All right, license plate 7HHB977, 73916V1, 8C78719, 18811R2, 7UDC798. License plate 8AQR556, 7VKW822, 6JQJ655. And I did state the time, 10:06 a.m., and I'm showing you what is the picture as the fake sun is right over Mountain Avenue where I stand, and you're looking at what are stalkers in relevant position, and as they are in under what is the fake sun, also directed light while they cross path. And that's what I took an image of. We're witnessing what is the stalking conduct, the surveillance of the people of the state. License plate 8XEB, 8XEB 857, but I can't really see them that clearly. All right, and that's exactly what I just took an image of. It is currently 10:07 a.m. And again, this is I'm walking north on Mountain Avenue. So I'm passing Raising Cane's, 6UAT369, stalking with light in the parking lot. I'm passing the Carl's Jr. at 1445 Mountain Avenue. This is where I'm located, and they're monitoring in traffic. They're monitoring inside of the venue. And license BX217 handicap 4TLB303, 7ZOF671, 8UXT333, 7DBD121, 8PHE486, 5MBX503, 7G97366, 8AQK708, 6FTB944, 46036. 16363M2, 6PZJ363, 4NIT322, 302JK, 7Z31407, 8WKP691, 6XJK912, 57038M2, 8SSB383, CA40789. That's a different looking license plate. 8JRP530, 7ZEA059. And it is currently 10:09 a.m. States fake sun nowhere near possible of Ontario Open Family Community Library, and that's how you know what the people of the state of California are doing. MBLN 345, 8PJR722, 8DJS763, 8PHP088, TEN 7NOW. And that's how you know what they're doing while I'm there. And that which is not the sun, it's a fake sun that's over those venues. For example, the Ovid Family Community Library. That's why it's there. In the same way that's why that which is not the sun is right here over mountain while these group stalkers are monitoring and harassing together. 5AUY733, 8AKH993, 7ETH321, 5629-3C3. All right, and that is dealing with Satan. 7667, 3P1. Satan's going in a cage. Satan's going to be going in a cage and by the dozens. You're talking about engaging in threatening to literally engage in kidnapping and just harassment while you are acting with the government and monitoring. It does not get any more absurd than that. All right, you put that dangerous criminal away, threatening the liberty of another, you're going to lose your liberty. 8UXB262, 6BKE529. And that's exactly what I documented on video. It's 10:10 a.m. CLP301. I'm at Mountain and 6th Street. WR handicap 8MDH147, 7PGP892, 7HWK653, 8SPK439, 8JWT497, 7UKL887, 8CO. I read that one already. I don't see lights wait on that one. 7UST575, 8SGX017. And passing what it's Mountain and 6th, and the fake sun is remaining over me as I'm moving north up Mountain Avenue. P.O.C. BLEBRRY 6XIF798 6MZM523. That is the demon driving a Student Transportation of America vehicle. It says Route 1115, driven by a Latino male. Okay, P.O.C. It's the same exact demonic activity, same exact directed light, by the way. And I did capture an image of that because there's going to be no distinction at prosecution. You're talking about the malice of the people and the widespread demon possession that's underway while they're engaging in the criminal system with the government. 7VPN975, while they're also in custody of children. This is venues. These are third parties that are crossing path in traffic. 7WXZ176, and then engaging in that conduct of molesting with directed light. 03715, molesting while you're stalking with a fake sun. 8POA418. With a child. 7VXF011. Hooked on towing, crossing path, 51608H2, going south on Mountain Avenue. 6U57197. BS36D82 with paper. 7HUY148. 8E82176. 8PXX347. 6WST111. It is currently 10:13 a.m. FLATT6. That's audible activity. This is Mount Edward Cinemas at 1575 Mountain Avenue. And I want to be clear, that's audible activity, facilitating activity. All right, license 47560Y2. Oh, I did capture an image of that where I'm at. That's a means of audible activity. This is a stalker. BM47Y85 paper. 6RCG540 0579. I can't really see that one. 8CGF595. 7MBZ971. Golden Bear towing, crossing path off of the 10 freeway. 43154 G3, I believe, substantially similar. I can't really see it. That's Golden Bear towing. This is the same one that engaged in molestation, stalking with the Ontario Police Department, in directed light in the city of Upland while I'm in that parking lot of the, I want to call it Foothill Town Center at where the Vons is. Golden Bear was stalking while the state was using that street lamp as flashing light activity, which is terrorism, while the state follows you with that sort of light activity everywhere you go. And Golden Bear towing was in the parking lot engaging in that, and I did capture images of that and the fake moon over me while I was at that location. This is documented already. It is currently 10:16 a.m. License 63531C3. License 6TMM504. 8TNV387. 7RUD934. 8RGE707. 8MXJ309, 8WDH613, 7ZFZ543, 6KTE354, 8TDP843, I believe, 843, I can't really see that one, 5CCE662, 8WEF236. It's 10:16 a.m. License plate 6MMD233. That's stalker creating audible activity. Alrighty, capturing video of what are the people of the state under what is a bridge, and impossible light activity under that bridge. Why? Because they're stalking with light, and they're stalking with the state, and they are demon possessed. That's demonic to engage in that conduct. Absolutely demonic. 7VXF747. 6GMT888. 6NJE139, 8A10359. That's on track again. Garage Door Company. That's what that is. 8GRG739 and 4DTY088. 23762K2. 7UGF. I can't remember what it's doing. 7FOE262. 40559P2. 8CXG794. 22503G3. 6A86970, 7XXF665, 5NJT039, 4NFT599, 8BJB668, 6JFJ203, 7HUM673, I can't really see that one though, that's paper plate, K539XO, 7BWL475, stalking and monitoring, terrorizing, while she's in operation of a communication device and a baby in the back seat. 8RJE324, that's a white female. 6RBT139, a white female that's engaging in that conduct with a minor child in the back. 6MIR071, 8LHC849, 7LWF893, 6MXF454, 8PKJ499, MYR2247, Texas, 6XCV775, JRS817, 8VDJ269, 8CDM383, 8UGF084, 8LHC849, 8DSF849, 6MXF454, 1554189, 71777L2, 8L90997, 6FIV245, 8EOF148, 8WON647, 8KVS267, 8GIU, I can't really see that one, 003MRF Washington, 7WYK902, 8KQH311, 6PVM695, 8, I can't see that one, 5UYS737, 8G10320. Alrighty, and it's 10:21 a.m. All right, I just want to show video of what is the fake sun over me. This is Pepsi, 9G038969, excuse me. That was 869. 4RJ6390 is a back plate on that Pepsi truck. 37601R2. Video is significant with regard to the prosecution of that entity altogether. The fake sun is right here over me. You're looking at what is the freeway. Those demons are monitoring systematically while they're on the 10 freeway, getting on and off the freeway. On the bridge, this is all the roads and the highways they're monitoring with the government, and they're monitoring with communication devices. DZL545, 7VXK451. And that's what I just captured video of right now. License 33151R2. 7ASG106, 6RBZ 923, 6C863W2, 7ZIB 698, 6KWB 747, 8CLW 324, 7HWG 140, 6WME 786, 7XAJ 975, 8CKW 130, 8SOF 618, 8HGB 576, 6G 61480, 85JJD 125, 88JL 273, 7Y09 191, 8PGX 146, Omnitrans license 1535734, bus 1364, going south on Mountain Avenue. License 8AP, I can't really see that one, 8EOJ978, and it's 10:24 a.m. 7KGE178. This African American demon possessed stalker, 8TIZ292. License 8TXX225. 7GKX594. 8BHB735. UXJ6550. That's Virginia. License 5ZHF988. 6WIT296. 3WSV 217, SBIRS, direct the light while that demon drives by, 6ZTC832, 8RDD649, 7UWY037, 7VSU236, 8TLL933. So those demons, I want to be clear. Let me show you, I'm not show you, but I'm going to describe to you what they're doing, what I've already shown. 8SGX0170069B3, 7RWF246, 8AOA248, 7SZ0658, 88803H2, 8JSV923, 8CYP672, 7DDU639, 8ITA579, 2779-3H3, 8RGU438, 8AAA537, 03027N2, 6PNX162, 74932B3, 8NJB642, 7FRG264. What they are doing is, as the first two lanes, and I'm standing by the far right lane where they're entering onto the 10 freeway. While they are in the first two lanes away from me, this is the same conduct that I showed you on Hope Boulevard, where the Trujillo truck was parked strategically, 8VXV153, for purposes of crossing path. Okay, and so while demons are crossing path, light streaming across that track, that's exactly what they were doing while the demons were getting onto the freeway in this far lane right here next to me. F546FL, 7XAX534, 7UVK838, 8VNL930. Okay, the same conduct. 8BGV512. While they're getting in the lane right next to me, direct the light across 7XAX534, 8NJB642. That's the same conduct I've already shown you, that 8GSL934. That's exactly what they're doing. 7JBL739, 05096X2 35516, that's Kansas. 7HQP451, and FedEx is crossing path P244501, 8VTH134, 8PTU400, 4M98253, 5852979, 8PEJ087, 6YFH489, Spectrum, who was loitering in relevant position in the parking lot of Mountain Square, license 63927B2, 67902L2, 3XRW022, 7RRW234. Mountain Square is across the street. It includes Crunch Fitness, where I was monitored, where I used to go and work out there. It includes Ono Hawaiian Barbecue, where I've shown you, 8EBL737, that's where Spectrum is loitering in relevant position, and then comes out and crosses path. Again, because as they're loitering in the parking lot and I approach, that's called crossing path in reverse while a stalker is waiting for you to cross. Then they come out and drive past crossing path again. 6NBX210, 8JPV636. This is 4VXN479, license 7PMW446, GNDMAK, 4PYG335, 8VSS672, 8F48978, 8PIJ724, 6SFK992, 7WZG989, 7NVT488, 5RBJ419, 4JSA338, 6UTK424, 8WFC412, 7JRF757, 8HAS795, 8SOC622, 47824V2, 7YBT808, 5ZXT083, 8BFD502, 6YJZ975, LAD35, 8SVF462, 6GZH548, 8BGL522, 7S36283, 6SMD663, 23783A3, NFC 2682, that's Texas, 7JHD302, 4YDJ0, I can't say, or 351, 8VOW908. Transportation Services LLC, 25073E2, directed light, 5XSY220. Omnitrans bus number 2358. I don't know, I can't see the license plate on that one. They are driving north on Mountain and turning west onto 7th Street. 8UXT326, that's, yeah, bus number 2358. 16208J3. 8RNK609. 5HLJ420, 8WKL326, 8KYW041, 6PTY379, 7VMK155, 8W77964, 301HS handicap, 8VMU767, 7GMK213, 8WHP219, 6CGW884, 5JUY149, 9F. All right, I can't see that one. I can't see that one. Let's play. It is currently, by the way, 10:30 a.m. AX84K83 paper. 5CDV902. 5JUY149, 8RAL012. 87870G2, 5179, 3Z2. FR836, handicap, 7NFY865, 8RRK121, 7CEF510, I believe. 5ZHF988, 7PGG470, 6JOG558, 8KAT623, 8CYK261, 5YKG141, 8PWN608, 5FJL4, I can't really see the rest of that one, 8VSL024, 7XPL887, It's 10:31 a.m. $537. I can't really see that one. Eight MWB 335. 5 VKB. I can't really see that one. 56199S1. 8 CAU 848. NLEN 392. This is Encore Services, license plate 81246U2. License 7K87463. 7YFE 894. 8JSX 353. 54645. 54. I can't really see that one. You can scratch that one. 4NKX 637, 8JSX 353, 7 U.S.C 629, Clear Coast 71745M2, 5Z06767. $381,889. $7J54638. $7HDJ281. 8RDZ793, 8LQP136. Taking a picture so you can see the people stalking. 8YRB144. And yet again, another image. I'm standing in what is the driveway entrance of Mountain Square on Mountain Avenue. Fake sun is right over me. And you're looking at what is crossing path. That is group stalking in concert with the state. That is a demon-possessed actor to engage in that system with the government. It's a satanic system. It is of demon possession as you do so. Knowledge of exactly who I am, where I am, okay? Everything that I'm doing. 8KQH196 as I'm doing it. 6JCC069. 8VRR659. 842JW handicap. 28383H3. 8RFE741, 8PAT098, 8STP853. Let me give you some license plates over here while they're stalking with audible activity as I walk. They're all under the fake sun inside of this Mountain Square Plaza, patrolling in the parking lot. 8CEB714. Uh, 7BVK525, 8RTC558. Oh yeah, we could ship some out of this country over here. 43395B3. $5SXV845, 8CIZ984, 61628D. You can scratch that one. 5002 3F1. The last character on that one. Try to cover it up. Go back. Let me tell you something. As far as demon possession, doesn't matter what language you speak. 61628D2. These are over here Spanish-speaking stalkers. All right, and if they're not American citizens, natural born American citizens, you deport those demons out of the country that are monitoring with the government. 6KSX 868. JYZM 67. 8R99646 4FWA 810 8S40644 8M08008 3M20767 3811 682 6TCG013 48293J2 88431G1 EP01641. That is petroleum transport at the Shell gas station at 8th Street and Mountain Avenue. They are all monitoring. Every single last one of them. 7UHB203 04584 and 2 7TSE 950 8BPT 421 8RVB 453 6ULD 396 6ZMU 492 8WSU 930 8F40147 5NTH 594 5YAG 162 8UAN 036 7XYK 193. This is Nevada 658 VYN. All right, and that old geezer that's driving that vehicle with the Nevada plate, every single last one of them have directed light streaming forward in front of their car toward me. All right, while they're driving north, I'm walking south to retrieve my property, and directed light is not coming backwards from the car they're driving by. It's coming forward as they are approaching. All right, they're demons and they're stalkers, and they know exactly who I am. B270A75 paper. 8XPD 588. 6DBG 403. 8UWF 419. 1WN 9767. 38867B3. 7L30828. Aramark crossing path and hiding behind the truck whose license plate I read. Aramark didn't want me reading their license plate, so they were strategically hiding behind that other truck. That's the... Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was FedEx. I take that back. That was FedEx. 6ZQZ954, and I have already identified FedEx. I have ample documentation. This demon is speeding at the Shell at 202 Mountain Avenue. This is a license plate he's monitoring. Directed light while he's reversing, spinning backwards, forward, turning around. That's a demon with a fat face Latino. 8WSU 930. License 5ZXH564 is monitoring to that demon's conduct in the parking lot. License 32492K2, directed light while they're entering in. All right. This is plumbing service installs and fix. 951-463-0322 is that phone number. License, again, 32492K2, using that commercial vehicle to monitor. Patrolling through CRC RIDE, demon. 09988R1, demon. This is Shell Gas. You just have a line of demons that come in. They're maintaining presence on behalf of the government. Demons by the packs, okay? By the packs. Omnitrans is crossing path in a utility truck. 8CBB 603. In case I didn't read that one. I can't really see that one. Makes a U-turn 32492K2, drives to the gas station, makes a left turn, and makes a U-turn to cross path with me again. Directed light is behind onto the Shell wall. PRISXMO. 7VCH 343. 5RAP 091. 9E18105. This is Coca-Cola, U.S.499210. The back plate on this Coca-Cola vehicle is, let's see, 4H030778, I believe. 7Y, I can't really see that one. License plate 6GVD 359. 5WWF 178. It is 10:41 a.m. 6TCG013. 8VSA 869. 8N4 6459. SSREAL 5YGU 109. 8UFX 781. 8JDR 196. 8YEA 927. 8YJZ 481. 44159E3. 7SNL 413. 4GLY 070. 7ENH 623. 4WJK 344. 6UQK 166. 7CSP 234. 4YRS 822. 8HQL 709. 7SNR, I can't see the rest of that one. 947SL, that's a UMT, Unicare Medics, crossing path for the second time today. Right now they're driving on 8th Street, driving west on 8th Street and then proceed to go south onto Mountain. All right, they were group stalking on Mountain Avenue as well. When I was there earlier at the bus stop. 8WEH420, I read that one. 7TTG797, 6DFV672, 8PCH971, 8M03428. 8AQH110, 7CPS, I think I read that one. 35544M1, 8ENL837, 6YYM272, 6ZAX780. 0575OD3, 7PTZ197, 8NGS208, 8GCC018, 51028X2, 78MT795, 7X02233, 50284G3, 88YL761, 8XXP795, 8EBK362, 8TCA794, 5TGX451, 8WTD911, 8XZG405, FPN8982, 8HCW817. It is 10:44 a.m. and the state is flying over Mountain Avenue with a plane while those demons are crossing path, and directed light is all over the ground while they do so. All right, it is, and it was a small white plane. It's 10:44 a.m. All right, let me make sure I get 6UUH991 and 7LOU038, 6T83790, 10:44 a.m. All right, these demons over here stalking with audible activity, old as dirt, 7MKE577, okay, demon possession, 6VGF730. I'm at the grocery outlet that's located at 176 Mountain Avenue in the city of Upland, next to the Dollar Tree at 180 Mountain Avenue. This is inside of what is referred to as the Upland Village, anchored by grocery outlet, Dollar Tree. These are demons that use the car door closure as I'm operating my phone. All right, that's the P.O.C, and the fake sun is over my head. That is the pattern of conduct, and it's demonic. All right, and they are some geezers, old demon possessed stalkers, 7MKE577. Okay, lily white, old geezers engaging in demonic targeting conduct with the state that's flying over Mountain Avenue. License ELYANER. YANERO is the license plate of that, actually. 6UJF874. 715957. Can't see the last one. C. 8HVW287. 8NPH698. 4RYV825. 50626F3. 45232A1. 4VWN228. 7SLV131. 7BWS125. 5CQE571. 7ZTW307, 6YDR317, 8CRY812, 8KQH196, P910130, that's Swift Transportation, 7MNP874. That's a large truck, so that was a Swift trailer on the back of that truck. And that was a back license plate, and the logo said Swift Transportation. All right, I'm gonna get this demon's license plate real quick. 8TWB690, and group stalking inside of the Upland Village. Stalking in the path, 61066K2. It's 10:47 a.m. S.I.S J645. It is 10:47 in the morning. Okay? Let me show you something. Just showing you what is referred to as a venue under the fake sign at the Upland Village. And I'm also showing you what is stalking conduct by the people who are monitoring using the roads and the highways. Stalking with the government. BE 27082. And traffic is a systematic means of this federal stalking activity, and that is incorporating interstate commerce while they do so. While they're also monitoring on the the internet, which is also interstate commerce. 8KAD 334. They are also incorporating what is the use of trains, planes, helicopters. All of these are channels of interstate commerce in violation of existing federal law, Title 18. Okay. It is currently 10:48 a.m. and that was a picture while I'm in Upland. 88431G1, 8GQG 539, 4YBL 634. These are uncaged, demon-possessed stalkers to be restrained. All right, X039H0, 4EHJ765. Oh boy, 10:49 a.m. 8WFP004. FKH787, 4CYA480, 8JVV158. XIA. I can't really see that one. I'm walking north on Mountain Avenue, approaching 9th Street at 10:50 a.m. All right, third party 8BYJ230, directed light while they are stalking in the parking lot. LNEWIFY. All right, I did capture video of the state stalking in the plains like I was speaking to on my podcast at 10:50 a.m. All right, I had to capture video. It was seconds later because the state is flying in a circle in that plane, okay? That's the same demonic conduct that I show you with helicopter. It is called relevant positioning for purposes of the criminal elements of monitoring. The fake sun is directly over my head as I am moving in what is a distinct location on Mountain Avenue, okay, as I step. You have what is directed light, that ongoing stalking conduct, and which is entirely demonic, and you have what is the state engaging in what is demonic conduct as well, which is also terrorism while the government is monitoring you, engaging in this conduct, which is that of a freak psychopath, just pacing around in a circle above you in planes and helicopters. That's what the state is doing. That's what I captured again seconds later in video. And I think you actually heard me in real time reciting that. I was capturing video. The state is flying in a circle. That's what the state does in helicopter as well. 02900S1. All right, there is no LAKE00ZK, 8RCG374, 7WRR807. There's no separation of the conduct. The fake sun is over my head. Understand, the state is stalking. Flying in a circle over me, 64350M1, while the fake sun is over me, while the people are stalking and directed light is present while they're stalking. V182MO. That is the P.O.C. There is no separation. Oh, it's over there. No. That's called relevant positioning, and it's also demonic while they're flying in a circle and stalking. It's entirely demonic. That's a demon-possessed stalker representing the government, by the way, in doing so. All right, license 8LKF856. And this is, again, you're seeing the importance of understanding the environment that the demon-possessed are in. It's the absence of normalcy. All right, and this is a rampant, very broad, heavy demon possession in the state of California. 8KPN281. Penske truck crossing path. 8 VDM 695. I think I read that one. In case I didn't, there you go. 56172T2 1234599. That's commercial vehicle. 6SSE 053 5LX 802. Substantially still marked. I can't really see that one. And I'm at Mountain Avenue and 9th Street. At the Buddy's Flooring and the Smile Studio. And it's 10:54 a.m. as I'm capturing that conduct of flying in a circle in the plane and the fake sun over my head in the city of Upland. 7 CUC 379. AS 545. Handicap 8 GKC 767. 5 COP 234. 078 SE. Handicap. It's 10:54 a.m. 7HMG 234, I believe. Can't really see that one. 7XUU 197. 8KGW 006. GRACE JJ 7XGK 779. BT72 U03 paper 8JXM 885. 6TGG 234 8TAC 956. BJ 84M80 paper 8ZEZ 935 CAHUSL 8EVM 410. This is the MGR Office Plaza at 222 Mountain Avenue. Those are representing third parties who are in relevant positions stalking with the state that's keeping a fake sun over my head. The people of the state of California are systematically monitoring inside of any venue in relevant position is the means whereby you are able to identify them. All right, and as I am subject to this terrorizing environment, they are monitoring, including Terminex, who was sitting inside of its commercial vehicle under the fake sun for purposes of crossing path while the state is sounding plane engines and flying in circles over Mountain Avenue. And I'll go ahead and get that. Oh, it's flying right over the parking lot, directly incriminating Terminex, this demon with license plate 25106F2. That is also how you are removing the unreasonable supposition that the state is not stalking as I'm documenting that conduct in video, okay? It flies right over the parking lot as I identify this demon, identified as Terminex, at 10:56 a.m. Alrighty, I got an image also of FedEx that was including themselves in relevant position as I use my camera. It's also a means of identifying a group stalker. They are stalking with light as well. 6SXR336, that's a white male appears. Oh no, I'll get who that is. This is license plate 5KZW135, directed light on the ground. You don't have any form, and FedEx doesn't even have any form. I mean, none of them have any form, but I'm talking about I've documented them specifically. Alrighty, and that group stalker and goes into facilitating venue, naturopathic at 314 Mountain Avenue. They're facilitating venue. They're all monitoring. They're under the fake sun. And that third-party group stalker is also monitoring with a communication device under the fake sun, which I captured an image. That's license plate of FedEx 83266B3. This Satan demon-possessed stalker is 6WMR515 meeting on the opposite side of the FedEx truck. Directed light on the ground while FedEx is stalking with Terminex, who is sitting in their vehicle stalking in the path. That's what they're doing while they're in the parking lot, while I'm walking on the sidewalk, while the state is flying over the parking lot, while the fake sun is directly over my head, which I showed you in an image right now. 8RCG374, 7HYA771, and take a look at that image. It's at 10:56 a.m. You want to be clear, I've shown you these images of the same exact conduct of what our commercial actors stalking with the government on behalf of the government. FedEx that engaged in P.O.C. and terrorism while the state was keeping its fake sun. Remember, while I was at Laurel and C Street in the city of Ontario, and the state was engaged, FedEx was engaged in surveillance, remaining on that street. Goes to the opposite side of the street as that demon-possessed stalker knows that I am documenting and have identified them. This is demonic conduct while they're engaging in criminal activity. And I'm showing you what are images of what is the fake sun directly. I did the exact same thing because you need to see the stalking conduct of what are demon-possessed actors that are in commercial vehicles, and you're going to prosecute them. And you're going to drain their pockets civilly, okay? 8LDN650, and that's exactly what I captured. You're looking at what is the pattern of what are these commercial actors in relevant position using those businesses, that identity, that brand, if you will, to engage in. That's the malice of the people of the state, okay? And that is the absence of any form. And that's why psychopaths such as Melissa with Walmart, she's speaking of what is the provision of criminal summoning, going to be the federal charges of this entity again, All right, you're talking about engaging in criminal conduct, and you're talking about what is grounds for federal prison. All right, and that's exactly also why I captured her images, and on her, I captured her on video. And FedEx is directly over in front of me while the fake sun is right over my head. That is the absence of any form. It's the identification of a third-party facilitating venue, Naturopathic, who is monitoring with them under the fake sun while the state is also flying over your venue as I am on the grounds. And like I was stating, Terminex, I took an image of them while they're stalking in the path. GGOTCHA, yes I did, gotcha. I sure did. 7MBF 309, 8GAS 953. And the fake sun moves from being over that Terminex vehicle right behind me as I go to get FedEx, okay? Which is speaking to what that demon-possessed stalker driving nothing but a commercial vehicle identified as FedEx for purposes of civil and criminal prosecution, acting on behalf of the government. All right, while they're monitoring. 8XFU130, 6SXR336. And again, that's Terminex. License plate 25106F2. Alrighty, P.O.C. And what you'll see in the image, again, while I'm standing in front of the Terminex vehicle, and I am facing what is east, you're going to see FedEx in the background. The fake sun, as I turn to my right, which is facing south, there's the fake sun. As I go to the opposite side of the parking lot where FedEx joined in on the P.O.C, so I went to go get images of that group stalker driving that commercial vehicle. The state's fake sun is in a distinctly different location. You'll see it second by second. I've already shown you this. I'm just pointing it out. All right, those are commercial, the same demon possession, identifying the same vicarious actor and all the ways that the people of the state are stalking and monitoring and practicing demonic activity. 6JCJ668, which is identifying Terminex as a terrorist. All right, FedEx as a terrorist. 7RVJ265, a terrorist. Doesn't matter what you're driving. 8JXJ679, P.O.C. And then you already know this because the state's fake sun is no longer over the sidewalk over my head like I'm showing you. It's into the depths of the parking lot as I move into the parking lot. 49016N1. And not only that, you're talking about it's over me at Mountain in the city of Upland when it's supposedly, if that's actually the sun, then which we've already gone through that. So you're going through the same exact analysis. This is clearly not the sun. You are clearly identified and caught red-handed with absolutely no legal argument, no legal basis under that which is not the sun. 153117T1 because the state is keeping its fake sun over the Oakland Family Community Library while I'm there, the Fontana Lewis Library while I'm there, the Upland Public Library while I'm there, the outside of the Oakland Family Community Library while I'm there, which is distinct from being over the entrance area. All right. Over the Upland Unified School District while I am there, 7JCL282, 8GBN295. Over 630 North Fern Avenue while I'm there, okay? R188YO. It's direct evidence, and that's why I capture that image, because you need to see the stalker that are the people of the state. And that's exactly why I got Melissa's face, all right, and her tacky-looking eyebrows. While she is engaging in P.O.C under the fake sun and indirect light, it is literally behind her head. 8UAL603. All right, that's a psychopath, a dangerous one. 8PQZ566, 7PZ, I can't really see that one. 2034XO, 8SGS757. .369 Mountain Avenue, Auto Spa and Repair. Looks like they're monitoring. 7LCZ806. 70731 handicap. .8LWV573. 5RTM576. It's 11:03 a.m. .7M15554. 30495N1. 7TLY108, 6Z01613. 6GZC601. Suzanne's Flowers, a facilitating venue, also engaging in P.O.C at the Ontario City Hall, okay, at that state facilitating venue where at that time when I'm there, around this time as well, Understand the state is keeping its fake sign over in Ontario. I'm in Upland right now. Suzanne's Flowers, a facilitating venue located at 490 North Mountain Avenue in Upland, California. License plate 26829K1. Suzanne's Flowers engaging in the same terrorism while they are driving those commercial vehicles, directed light on the ground. These group stalkers stalking in this parking lot. I'm gonna get their license plates. 6CZW850 and 5YWH255. And while I'm over here, 7RZT606. Alrighty, license 7HGS390 35352X2 6GDY084 7NZY334 26728U1. I think I read this. 7. Yeah, I read that one already. See the status, creating audible activity of a plane, 35352X2, because I didn't read that one. 8TKG262, 5SXT103. Just want to make sure I read all their license plates. While they're stalking at a traffic light, that's why you have amplified plane activity. 8TKG262, make sure I read that one. And that one, 47954H3, 8RGG228, AY25Y01, paper, 5MBX007. 7FGD885, 4ZKT636, 8DX, I can't really see that one, 6VNY233, 8PDU127, 5EGA828, 6ZWX840, 7A0K657, that is H2546 fire, okay, Upland fire probably, 6RZL092, that was just the number, not the license plate of the fire, 09692G1. 7HGS390, 8MJX161, dependable router at plumbing, 7Z95281, 8UYF597, 6CZW850. I already read that license plate. I'm at Arrow Highway and Mountain, 7ROS676, 8CBF321, 6FRA225. 8GCC592. Now, I am at Arrow Highway and Mountain Avenue in the city of Upland. Okay, I want to make sure I clarify that, where this fake sun is right over me at this intersection. Okay, license plate. Where the fire department, they're acting directly while they're crossing paths. 7TLL901, 7NWV843. 7JJL757, 7EHM973, 7ZOB166, GOTKHAK, I believe. I can't really see that one. GOTHAHK. That's what I think it said. 7PQR190, 8UFC965, 7YBT344. It's 11:07 a.m. 8LSV697, 8KFX487, in case I didn't read that one either. Okay. 8UVE599, 8EML747, 8K09X70, 4496OG2, 6PTH209, 6SXE670. 59130U1, it's 1108. V705RO, 5FEG137, 8CTX768, 7YBT344, I think I read that one because I didn't, 155SU, handicap, 61682B3, 8EML747, 7DNH492, 8C35953. 7EQG683, and what I took a picture of is while I'm at the intersection of Arrow Highway and Mountain Avenue right now. I'm facing what is the Suzanne's Flowers facilitating venue. My back is to what is the Outback Steakhouse right here at 8th and Arrow. I'm sorry, at Arrow and Mountain, excuse me. And I read the license plates of these third parties that are stalking at a stoplight and third parties that are patrolling on Mountain. They're all stalking, and that's why I have the fake sun right there in that picture above them while they are stalking in the path on behalf of the state. All right, 7ROW976. 96291T1, UCB UCLA BSLX 252 6PSC 307 7KEV 870 6FMG 810 7TRZ 856 5CAF 624 8AJX 588 5M, I can't see that one, 7HWD 526 6WKP 781 6KWU 588 8DGY 570 V196VO 7VAC 188 8KVD 367. It's 11:10 a.m. That's audible activity coming from Crazy Store, and they are indeed crazy. 6PXL211. Demon-possessed crazy, not a crazy that's insane, doesn't know what they're doing. This is a demon possession. That's a whole other level of mental disturbance, all right? And it's a potent threat because you're talking about a psychopath that intends and knows willingly and desires to and actually derives pleasure from doing that which is wicked and deceitful and demented. 8HBG434, which is the nature of demon possession, by the way. All right, I'm going to get these group stalkers over here. 8DSK305. 4AHB679, monitoring to that facilitating activity that demon is creating at the Crazy Store. A2Z Upland Mini Market. License AS460, handicap. 406LZ, handicap. Pepsi, I believe I read their license plate already. They're loitering in relevant position. 4RM2748. All right, that's on the back of that Pepsi truck. I'm at 600 North Mountain Avenue. 8SHA168, 8TKM495. All right, I took a picture of what is a fake sun at this venue. Understand what that you're looking at that group stalker doing with that carriage. It's a means of audible activity, okay? He's doing so with knowledge of what I'm doing on my phone as I do it. That's also called getting the path, and it's also the simultaneous creation of audible activity. That's a demon. And I did read the license plate of what is Pepsi. 8J22588, and the fake sun is over me in this plaza. That's the relevant context. There's no form. 8CZX680, AC39H26, paper. 7YWR244, 8DKX098, 6YAH459, 8WTN885, 8WAV903, 8MKG517, 6YXB532. Again, this is 600 North Mountain Avenue. I'm going to document this signage, because this is a means of identification. You have people whose names are on here. Hutton and Hale, Stanley W. Yang, understand they're monitoring, okay? And their identification and their address, their license plates in the parking lot. This is a means of identifying the people of the state who are engaging in the state system. I have the fake sun over my head in this venue. Understand that people are monitoring. It's 11:12 a.m. Alrighty, I did take an image of that at 11:12 a.m. where the fake sun is over me inside of this plaza of 600D, 600A, Mountain Avenue. All right, where the demons of UPS and FedEx are crossing paths. This is, you've seen UPS attack with directed light. These demons don't have any form. License plate. 09714U2. And it's 11:13 a.m. 58093M1 83772S2 EDS4 6RBJ277 8PS, I can't really say that one, 7CJY039 22625N2 8KLB517 8PGS601 AS84R83 paper 5LGK476 5LDC855. It's 11:13 a.m. 31438N2 5KLY413 6ZNF971. Understand, I am now in the city of Upland. I just want to make sure I clarify that. I'm in the city of Upland where the fake sun is remaining over me as I'm walking north up Mountain Avenue. AE29658, I can't really see that one. That was U-Haul nonetheless. U-Haul readily identifiable. 5TDV2006Z74652. All right, and this is Shop and Go Mart. Keys Locksmith. This is a little plaza over here where they're group stuck in the parking lot, and UPS is creating facilitating light conduct. I'll show you that right now. Alrighty, that is the UPS license plate that I read. They have their flashers on. The fake sun is right over me while they're creating that light activity. Okay, And the state begins sounding sirens also. Where the fake sun is over you, it's all activity creation. It's stalking with an entire environment. 59056Z2 is patrolling. That's a demon. Using their car doors to stalk with audible activity. UCB, UCLA that I already documented. They're at the Shop and Go Market at 656 Mountain Avenue. That's a white male. License 7YOU852. Paper BF 91D98. 8FDZ003. Just standing in the parking lot. This is a demon that's just looking away while the fake sun is over. Direct light is present and the state sounding sirens. 5ZO6767. 4TRP773. P.O.C. Alrighty, and I did capture images of that. Using the car door, that's a Latino male, closes the car door. I read that license plate while I walk past, okay? The demon that's just looking away with the hoodie on, that's called stalking in the path. Satan doesn't have to look at you or talk to you. You don't have to know their name. They're stalking on behalf of the government. And I just took an image of what is the fake sun that's right over my head. UPS is stalking with light activity with the hazards on the side of that plaza at 600 North Mountain in relevant position. And understand that's the entire purpose while they're there. 8JXA172. It is 11:16 a.m. 4GRX 442. Let me see. These demons are hilarious. They're stalking in the path and they're trying to drive off before I get close enough to see their license plates. Pathetic. 8DBF372. That's one of the demons who are seeking to flee. They know I'm coming. 7YXV641. 8UTM781. 4VSG936. 8TFH508. 8RGG228. BZ777. That's Freedom Care. Identification of a commercial actor. Fake sun is over me inside of this venue over here. It's currently 11:17 a.m. Group stalking and monitoring at this thrifty/food store at 782 Mountain Avenue. Understand that this particular venue was monitoring me. I used to get gas over here all the time in Upland. All right, I did capture images of what is the group stalker with license 8TFH508 who remained. The other two fled. And I did read one of the license plates of one of the two that fled from the parking lot as I was approaching. And I'm showing you what is a picture of the fake sun that's directly over them. They are stalking in the path, okay? And the third party that is loitering in the SUV, that's an Asian male. He's bald. He appears to be Asian. And I cannot see his license plate. I'll get that in a second. Excuse me? Yeah, because that's not the sun over your head. That's why I took your picture. License plate, 8JXA177, 8B76650, 6EMJ610, 7YMN532. This is at the 782 food store, the gas station at the intersection of 11th and Mountain. They're maintaining presence under the fake sun. Filling up your gas tank is no form. It is what are the people stalking in the path under an entirely deliberately maintained environment. All right, you have what is the third party that is stalking, the same psychopath conduct. Excuse me, are you taking my picture? You're monitoring, you know exactly what I'm doing. That's why you have directed light wall 8HEU814. Another third party stalking with that third party is loitering in the path, crossing path. All right, 7VMK155. And the commercial vehicle whose license plate I read, Freedom Care. They're stalking, maintaining presence inside of that vehicle as well, where the fake sun is over. We're taking that picture. All right, the one engaging in what is harassment while they know that they're being documented, 8FTB969. The government is going to be prosecuted. The American citizen is going to be able to document, and the government is going to be prosecuted, and the people will be going to federal prison as they try to harass, intimidate, injure, in any way engage in the demonic pattern of obstruction of justice while you're documenting that conduct, you're going to be tossing them into federal prison. All right? No tolerance whatsoever, zero tolerance. The government has no right to do that, and the people don't have any grounds, so Satan's going to shut up or they're going to federal prison, period. All right, that's the P.O.C. by the government, thinking that they can engage in that conduct while you're documenting. You are literally a psychopath, all right? And you don't even have a right. You are totally in opposition of the law, 8 NJ 8578, and that's a dangerous psychopath that belongs in federal prison, okay? That's exactly where they belong. That's Freedom Care creating audible activity under the fake sun. I read that license plate, that beeping. License 7YMN532. It's P.O.C. It's 11:20 a.m. 8RZU 586. 5BXC 092 at 11th Street and Mountain Avenue. Uh, 5BPA 317 5DXR 560. That was again B2 or BZ7227 handicap. I believe I correctly recited it the first time when they were loitering in relevant position, stalking in the parking lot, sitting inside of that vehicle. A Freedom, that commercial vehicle that I read, while the two, there were three of them, all of them sitting, including Freedom, sitting in their vehicles in that parking lot. And as I walk up, two of that group flee, all right? And I catch one of the two that flee, 7ERR167. Then as I'm leaving, you have what is the arrival of the musclehead Asian male. At least he appears to be Asian. And I say musclehead not because he's muscular, but because he has a muscle type head. All right. And you have what is monitoring and stalking. And then the psychopath engaging in, are you taking a picture of me? All right. And now if I wasn't documenting, I would respond to that psychopath in a different manner. And I'm going to be honest, because it is outrageous, the level of, but I'm documenting and I'm also teaching, okay? So this is informing policy 8JXA177 as you encounter demon-possessed psychopaths like Melissa who are representing a company who think that they are so big, first of all. That's one aspect of it. And then you're also talking about what is a demon-possessed psychopath who is acting, also thinking they're big because they're acting with the people who are a large group, all right? Demons who are empowered by the notion of numbers, all right? They're all inferior, every single last one of them, 7XRT585. And then also thinking that they are so big because they're acting in concert with the government. Let me be clear. Those demons that are representing the state, engaging in kidnapping in police vehicles, fire trucks, ambulance vehicles, stalking in hell, they're going to federal prison, okay? You are not too big. This has been revealed for that very purpose, to also create a policy so that American citizens can enforce their constitutional rights and their human rights. All right. This is the breaking down of that system and understanding what are the demons that you are encountering when you're realizing the government is monitoring. It's not ordinary conduct. You're dealing with demons. You're surrounded by them, and you're understanding the nature of the everything that comes out of their mouth, everything that they do, the position that they are facing with their body, everything, whether they speak to you or don't speak to you, what they do the moment that they do it. They're demons. They're demons. Creative Landscape Services is monitoring, listening to me, understanding, break down his demonic activity. While he's monitoring on a communication device under the fake sun. Creative Landscape Services is inside of what is the parking lot of Citizens Business Bank located at 818 Mountain Avenue at the intersection of 11th Street and Mountain Avenue. License plate 8DSU541 5XCT280 8TSE337 J015HO, AWWP385, 7XKW712, 8LFL649, 8UNZ989. And this is inside of what is the Mountain Grove Office Park, okay? And I'm going to document that because I'm going to crossing path inside of the Mountain Grove Office Park. Located at 870, 820, 876, and 818 Mountain Avenue, 43178F3. Crossing path is 7KQF851. I'm going to take a couple pictures of this because we're going to understand what is the addresses. This is identification of a venue. All of them are going to be prosecuted. Let me get this. Let's see, 6ZLW511. Alrighty, and I did capture images, 6YVC556. This old biddy inside of the Mountain Grove Office Park that I just identified while directed light crosses, hits the sign as that demon. Again, that's an old white woman, 6YVC556. It doesn't matter how old the vessel of Satan is. All right, and that's relevant for purposes of what is terrorism, acting with a government while you're monitoring with communication devices in violation of Title 18. Okay, 22618. Let me get these demons at Citizen Bank. All right, they're just parked underneath the little area, thinking that they can go to the bank, and it's not. They're under the fake sun, and they know every syllable that I'm uttering. They're stalkers, documenting themselves also as they engage in business with the bank. The bank is a venue, Citizens Business Bank. License plate 00266J2 and 7XRT585. And I did show you what is the fake sun, where they are at the venue of Citizens Bank. And again, Creative Landscape Services, that license plate 4325OG3, 8MDP497. Fake sun is right over, piercing over the edge of the Citizens Business Bank. Okay, again, that's located at 818 Mountain Avenue. And yes, that is the state flying right over my head, also incriminating the people of the state. Engaging in the pattern of conduct with the state that is stalking directly. They are all stalking vicariously. 11:27 a.m. That is exactly why you're exercising zero First Amendment rights. You're present on behalf of the government that's operating a monitoring system. Hello, you're going to be prosecuted. It's S845, I can't really see that one, 8PZA 662. BU48S24, that's a paper plate, 6Y90209, 8GPX, I can't see that one, 7NSW245, 8, I can't see that one. This fat white male directed light by me while he crosses path, 8JEF309, while the state is still flying over the Mountain Grove Office Park. It is 11:27 a.m. And they loiter in the parking lot again. BU48S24, they stop right in the middle at this little turn circle area in front of me while the state is sounding plane activity, while that other demon, the fat white male that drives by with the 8JEF license plate, directed light, is on the side of that I am, the passenger side of the vehicle. Fake sun is over my head. They're monitoring together. 7HDC629. It's 11:28 a.m. And that is documentation of the state's fake sun, not over anywhere in the city of Ontario, in the city of Fontana, over the Ontario Mills, over the B&G Plaza, over the Upland Unified School District, over none of those locations. It's over me in the city of Upland, okay? 8EOP810, 321WN, 7UOB819, 5CQE571, 7REH322. I'm going to get this demon over here. If it's not American citizen, we ship that demon out of here. We don't need any more. Monitoring with the government, 7BIX257. And this one that had directed light beside his car. Alrighty, stalking in the parking lot now, just loitering in relevant position, waiting for me to walk past, okay? That is terrorism with that directed light conduct, stalking, sitting in the vehicle as the fake sun is remaining over my head. 7REH322, and again, I'm referencing 8JEF309. License plate 8ENL640, 8HFX211, 7RZG531. It is 11:29 a.m. 8RNZ042, 88YM048, 6ARV305, 8MGF252, 7WML813, 8UAY735, 8RGV202, LUVRMTN, 8FAE963, 4MN9002, that's a large truck, 6EEC003, but I can't really see that one. AS4388, handicap, 6AGS511, 8NTL485 or 435, 7KO8677, 8AOB646, group stalking at Burger King, where the fake sun is over that Burger King. It's 11:31 a.m. at the Vanguard Center. That's plain activity. Same pattern. When I'm showing you what's going on at 630 North 4. I'm showing you what's going on at the B&G Plaza, where the state is using what, I mean, I'm assuming you're thinking because there's an airport in the city of Ontario that there's going to be plane engines everywhere that I go. No, the state is also, I'm breaking that down. You're necessarily hovering everywhere that I'm at, and that is not taking off from the Ontario airport. That's going out of your way to engage in relevant positioning while you're stalking with commercial airline planes under what is a fake sun and indirected light. Okay? All right, I'm showing you what the people engage in. Stalking via a drive-thru. You can fill in the blank with whatever drive-thru you want. Starbucks, Andy's Burgers, while the fake sun is over them. ADMU 037. 8AYW 740, ATBE 852. It doesn't matter what sort of venue it is. This is a state system, and I'm showing you how it doesn't matter what you think you're doing. It's not superseding the government's pattern of conduct, which the people of the state are engaging in, including commercial actors. There is no exception. 00266J2, none. All right, so you're talking about also, that's the criminal system. You're breaking it down. This is demonic activity. I'm identifying by company name, by license plate, ATBE 852. They're demon possessed. Every single last one of them. Every single last one of them. All right, this is demonic. And that's level 1. Okay, there's levels to it. This is demonic activity. These are demons that are surrounding, engaging in lawlessness. Okay, they're demons. These are, in the natural, American citizens, or most of them. We're in California, so you have a lot that are not natural born citizens, and that's a matter of punishment when you're prosecuting them acting with the state. But anyway, we are in the state of California nonetheless, 7SOS 171, and you have what is demonic activity that's achieving a criminal purpose on behalf of a government in concert with the state, a public entity. 6VGE 489, BU18H20 paper, 7TXS 743. This demon over here in the parking lot knows exactly where I'm at. It's creeping in the parking lot. 8SQP955, 8MHW075. And you have what is achieving that criminal purpose in violation of federal law in the shoes of the government, not in any individual capacity. 6RQM262 represents the state. 7SOS 171, ULV star ASU. 8YJV086, 7GVV507, 8RYP922, I believe. 8MDG522. Oh, it's currently 11:34 a.m. And that's why the state is engaging in that incredible act, which is terrorism by a government acting through the people. It's terrorism. While they are intentionally engaging in it, they're demons that are engaging in stalking with light together, while the government is stalking with light. All right, they engage in that together. Using your signage on your property, using your vehicles, all right, using whatever you have at that demon at AutoZone, using a flashlight. All right, the demon at Omnitrans bus stop, I show you that he had on a long sleeve white shirt and black pants. He was using a flashlight. These are how they engage in stalking with light. They're demons. And it is achieving a criminal purpose. And it is on behalf of a government in whose shoes the people stand. And there is no business you're engaging in that's superseding that. It's called malice as they engage in that same exact demonic activity. I gotta open it anyway. As they engage in that same exact demonic activity on behalf of a government. Alrighty? On behalf of a government. And as they act as one, you're talking about what necessarily follows as a matter of justice. You don't speak as an individual. You're not present as an individual in your individual rights. You are not acting as an individual in your individual rights. You're acting, first of all, on behalf of the actor, the people of the state that's stalking with the government, monitoring with the government. Second of all, you're acting on behalf of the state. So like I said, Melissa just engaged in criminal summoning, engaged in harassment and targeting, and admitting the fact that she's a stalker, because that's the substance of her content and Brian's content. All right, that I document on podcasts, they are admitting, which I don't need them to because I've already established it. I'm dealing with these low-level criminals, all right, who are unintelligent in what has been found out, the fact that you're monitoring this American citizen who's documenting it, okay? And so you have what is the provision of that audible activity, first of all, while they are in relevant positions, second of all, in the state's environment, third of all, direct the light inside of that venue, okay? The fake sun over that parking lot, as I showed you as I enter and exit that venue. Okay, the state presence stalking directly via AMR ambulance, right? That's also a terrorizing act as well. You're monitoring, you're stalking, all right? You don't have any phone, you ain't going to buy anything at Walmart. You're stalking under the fake sun. That's what you're going to understand about demons. They're psychopaths, All right, so you're going to sweep past all of that low level, all the veils of demons. All right, you're understanding what's P.O.C, and then you have what is that ongoing audible activity as I documented them monitoring, and while they're monitoring, they're engaging in literally admitting the fact that they're monitoring. And you're talking about what is the criminal conduct of targeting while you are monitoring, and you're witnessing what's a psychopath. Well, we got you on camera. You are literally monitoring what's on my phone. That's how you're prosecuting the people of the state. And they spoke as one entity. I already documented these demons' license plates. They step out of KFC, direct the light all over the building while the state you hear sounding plane engines, okay? It is currently 11:36 a.m. HVC 376. That's 8HVC 376. Crossing path as I exit. FedEx is group stalking at the Chevron. That's across the street from the KFC where the state is aiming direct light as I just showed in the video. And the fake sun is over the KFC right now at 11:39 a.m. And that Chevron is at the intersection of Foothill Boulevard and Mountain Avenue. All right, I'm just identifying a commercial actor. The people of the state and their individual vehicles are present as well. FedEx is readily identifiable though. All right, that brand is standing out. 5CDF269, and that's the easy manner with which you can prosecute the people as they engage in such malicious efforts of stalking. That's called commercial stalking. That's what the government is engaged in, commercial stalking. License 8XMD811. All right, and while they are driving by, there is ongoing presence of directed light. That's the video. You're going to want to take a good gander at that. And while the demons whose license plate I recited, just like I said on my podcast, that they intentionally exit while the state's sounding plane engines. All right, you have what is creating light activity. There are demons who know exactly who I am. And as impossible as that light activity is, they are intentionally present for the purpose of that, facilitating presence and light conduct while they open their doors, slam their doors, which is both impossible light activity, audible activity, and relevant positioning. It's the monitoring element. While the fake sun is over my head and the state is sounding plane engine. And then I enter inside of KFC and you're looking at what is that directed light that's inside of that venue, which is absolutely impossible. There is no vantage point of, first of all, the fake sun that's over, even if that was a sun, like I showed you in the video. And you have what is the pacing inside by the employees who were ignoring me while they're monitoring me. All right, that's harassment by an entity who knows exactly who you are. All right, and then while they're doing it in direct light. Okay, that's exactly what Melissa and Brian in direct light, engaging in harassment while they are stalking me, because that's exactly what you're doing inside of a facilitating venue. You're a stalker. The government has made itself present. The government is stalking and present everywhere you go. That's why I've isolated the P.O.C. and you're seeing what is identical every place you go. The people of the state are stalkers, monitoring and stalking with the government. So that is documentation of the stalker, the people of the state acting via Walmart, specifically Melissa and Brian, who are stalking inside of a venue, stalking on behalf of the state and engaging in that harassment while they know exactly what I'm documenting because those psychopaths are hostile to it. All right. And then you're hearing the information that they're providing to try to substantiate the fact that they're monitoring and know what I'm documenting. But, oh, we saw you on your cameras. You're a freak. You are a psychopath. You're freaking monitoring. All right. These are the psychopaths you have to deal with. 8MJU207. That's grounds for federal prison. OK, you're dealing with, that's a threat to your life while they are engaged in that. And you're talking about the thousands. All right. The people of the state are of that same demon possession, that same threatening, sexually violent psychopath that stalks you in the bathroom as well, and then harasses you as you document or try to report or otherwise prosecute them for that which is a matter of justice. All right, you're talking about being out of your mind. This is the same one that engages in theft of property. This is the same one that engages in kidnapping. All right, and you're witnessing what is not just the true for purpose of identifying Walmart. Understand that contrary to what they depict themselves as on media, on television, on the radio, okay, that's the true Walmart. You know them by what they are doing, okay, not by what they want you to see them doing. All right, I am documenting them what they're doing. They're monitoring an American citizen, and then they're hostile and engage in threatening to summon the demon-possessed police agency. 6NCZ097, with whom they are monitoring. Understand, the police were already monitoring and stalking in relevant position. AMR was present. That's the state present directly. All right. The police are already stalking inconspicuously in relevant position. All right. You have what is criminal summoning. That is the pattern of conduct by the entity. That's the pattern of conduct. 8YME886, and you saw the true form of the people of the state and what is the reality of what is that company engaging in criminal conduct with the government, monitoring American citizens, and is obtuse to the notion of justice on behalf of that American citizen that you are violating. That's the true Walmart. 8SIZ226. That's the real one. And you saw it in my video. You hear it on my podcast. 5GJJ852. 8PXK004, BN620 handicap, SFC666A. That's Golden Bear Towing Crossing Path again. License 47741J2. And by the way, these are demons who you also know that are, I'm just connecting all the dots, all right? I'll do the analysis. I'll let you know what this is. Not only am I reading their license plates, they're stalking, they're monitoring, 6VIA 980. You also know that because of the directed light that's aiming inside of KFC, which is never occurring while you are driving by, 8YB 942, which lets you know what they're doing as I'm inside of that restaurant and they are in relevant position. All right, as impossible as that is, you're talking about engaging in the implausible supposition that light is shooting inside of the depths of a restaurant while you are a feet away from it, while you are driving by. Is that what that's supposed to be? Because there's nothing. What else are you just admitting that laser lights are just flying around in the sky into buildings? Is that what you're stating? All right, so that's how you also know what they're doing. 7AEU487. It's literally under any circumstances, however you want to posit that. They are crossing path while that light activity is ongoing. These psychopaths know exactly who I am, where I am, what I am doing as I am doing it. In addition to the fact that the state is stalking again with plane engines over my head. With a fake sun, P.O.C. 6XKA596, 6BAX 180, 7PZZ 893, 8HVL 211, 0152 8F3, 8RYH 119, 8PES 630, 7GHY 411, BE94F98, paper. And yes, the people of the state are catching every single ounce of those federal charges as I've documented them systematically for years. Documented everything that they do as one. 955 BS handicap, 6BGD 249, 7UZF 176, ECCLZ 3, 7PGV 193, 8WIM 314, 7U54085, 7ZCS 885, 8EZU 992, 5JIS 284, 7TGY 470. All right, now that's a whole psychopath, okay? An entire psychopath where you are talking about a whole bunch of people stalking, because that's exactly what they're doing. And that's exactly what is revealed based on the documentation of stalking with light. It is impossible, and the fact that that impossibility systematically occurs while you have the ongoing presence of people, 8WSG646, whose name you know, whose name you do not know, that same mutual impossibility of that environment, 8YIV513. Hence, you have identified what is the stalker, all right? This is an unprecedented crime, and it is in process. It's in progress. It's an ongoing crime, and it is that which is unfathomable, and it is not a fallacy. It is not a figment of the imagination of some targeted individual who does not have documentation, who does not have the legal framework or background, 8BAF819, in order to reveal what the government is doing and what the demon-possessed actors of the people of the state are doing. And these are the people of the state of California. 8UOL849, 8UNE839, 8GVG663, FSACPA, 8PGA 572, 6VHB 493, 45290B2, 7EMZ 775, 7BQP 137, 6PNR 885, 8FDX 997, 66711G2, 6H55179, 8FAF 366, 8BVK 850, and understand the government's construct of this entire system is malicious at its onset. Its operation is malicious. All right, 8KKP 313, 8UDM 875, 6WEH 984, 6V28453, 7WMW 789, BD1Z. I can't really see that. 290. It's paper. I can't see that one. 7SUL 992. You have what is an entirely malicious system through and through that is designed to engage in what is the kidnapping of any alleged, of any target individual alleging that strangers are following them, alleging that the government is monitoring, or whatever verbiage that they may apply to it, that the government is watching them, however an ordinary target individual will place it. That which they don't understand. They can't even really articulate what they are doing, what the government is doing, or what they may not even be aware of the fact that it's literally the government. They're looking at the people that are in front of them. However,
one is able to perhaps sense the peculiarity of what is going on around them. All right, but you have what is the absence of any legal framework to address it. All right, the maintenance of a fallacy, which is P.O.C. Criminal defamation is the pattern of conduct. Understand that. Trying to maintain the notion that monitoring by the government is a fallacy, singularly maintained by one suffering from some mental incapacity. All right, and the textbook P.O.C. That's a paranoid schizophrenic. You're going to prosecute for what is criminal defamation, and the state is also on the venue of the internet. So you're engaging in the P.O.C. on the venue of the internet, where the state is engaged in obstruction of justice and monitoring in relevant position, and on third-party facilitating venues, and you're going to prosecute for that. Where you're documenting the government, where you're providing that documentation, which is the legal process, you inject yourself by engaging in criminal defamation, acting in conformity to the state's pattern of conduct, and you're going to be prosecuted for that. All right? You're going to be prosecuted for that. 8WBX301, 59084E1, 4JER073. And that's exactly what those third-party facilitating venues on the venue of the internet, as I documented, have engaged in. Let me be clear, these same demons that I'm documenting their license plates, all they do is hop up on the internet and type up a post. That's all they're doing. All right? And even if they're not in California, say it's somebody in Texas, say it's somebody in Vermont, 7SMW157, first of all, federal law can reach them. And second of all, it is the same intrusion into that legal process. All right. And moreover, it is an egregious injustice, inflicting more harm, while the target individual that is documenting the government that is indeed engaged in this criminal system. 7BWG487, 8LXS073, 7TGW715. That's audible activity under a fake sun, which is over the same venue that I already documented, KFC, and this demon-possessed stalker is in operation of her communication device standing next to me under the fake sun at the bus stop. All right? It is currently 11:50 a.m. where the fake sun is over here. FedEx is crossing path. 8XAD990, 8SBA819. And it's 11:50 a.m. and that is P.O.C. All right, I did publish my podcast right now at 12:21 p.m. Omnitrans. What you're listening to is the demon-possessed stalker, the African-American male that I've documented stalking at the Ovid Family Community Library. He is on the Omnitrans bus that is molesting with directed light, monitoring with the third parties. He is stalking while the state is keeping its fake sun on the bus of Route 66. Going toward Foothill Avenue. I'm currently at Aspen and Foothill. That's the loud voice that you hear. I've captured his images. This is a psychopath. He's a demon-possessed stalker. He's monitoring on Omnitrans, another venue. And I want to speak to, I just published my podcast at 12:21 p.m. and the entity is monitoring 8PTD542, 8LOA580. And so he gets on the bus, you want me to tell you, he's talking very loudly, it's audible activity, he's stalking in the path, the state is moving directed light and the fake sun in the window of the bus while we are driving eastbound on Foothill Boulevard. This is employee number, they're not showing it. We're at Spruce Avenue and Foothill Boulevard. The display immediately removed the employee number. This is bus number 1325, he's monitoring with the people. All right, this is Mariposa. License number 592268, California 89940. Stalking in relevant position while the fake sun is over the venue, and this is the venue is the bus, all right, where the same exact pattern of conduct is underway. That directed light I showed you inside of KFC, the state is moving that on the bus, and also while they open and close, while demons are patrolling on and off the bus, okay? And that particular demon that I've documented his face inside of Ovid Family Community Library, all right, he looks like a predator. He's being loud just like he is when he's sitting inside of the library stalking with noise. He's a psychopath. He's monitoring with employee number 3237. They're creating audible activity in directed light under the fake sun. It is 12:24 p.m. All right, capturing the light source in the window as we're going eastbound on Foothill Boulevard at 12:25 p.m. And the ongoing P.O.C. is underway. You have what is the entity acting in concert with the entity is acting by Omnitrans. The conversation, the breakdown of what these demons are doing is you have what is a company that is engaged in commercial stalking. They are monitoring in concert with the people of the state. And I'm also identifying in my video and on my podcast hereby what is a stalking system. The people are stalking, and you have what is This third party in particular, specifically documented at a particular venue, is going out of their way because that's all you're doing. He's under the same fake sun that's not over the Ovid Family Community Library. While he's at that venue, as I'm there, stalking with noise as a psychopath, that's exactly what he's doing on the bus, in relevant position, in directed light, under the fake sun that is moving in step with me while I'm on the bus that's going eastbound on Foothill Boulevard in the city of Rancho Cucamonga. All right, it is 12:26 p.m. That group stalker is not acting alone. He's acting with the rest of the people that are on the bus monitoring. And these psychopaths are all listening to me prosecute them with my evidence that I'm documenting. 7WTX 919. That is roadway. Your way, monitoring, crossing path. It is currently 12:26 p.m. All they're doing is creating audible activity. They're demons that are creating audible noise in the engineered light. And while they're talking, they are focused on what I'm saying as I'm doing it. This is the reality of the demons that are surrounding, okay? And that's a psychopath that is acting as though they are consumed with one thing and they are entirely focused on you. And how do you know that? Also by the environment. They are under a fake sun. They are in directed light, okay? This is the audible activity of what are psychopaths. It's demonic conduct. They are the demon possessed. It is, and this is criminal activity on the Omnitrans. And by the way, the driver that picked me up at Foothill and Mountain Avenue, that is I believe a Caucasian male. He gets off and he switches, which was a means of stalking with activity as I began publishing my podcast. It was a means of activity creation. 6GWM 643 Clean Street on Foothill and Milliken. I just want to document that. And now this is a different driver. I want to document this is the second driver, 8PAF539. And they use the changing of drivers for purposes of monitoring as I began uploading my podcast. 5PSN138.
Stop requested.
These are straight up psychopaths. CBT 3079, Arizona.
Favor usar la puerta trasera.
License plate 8UBK128.
Massey Drive.
8URA119. It's 12:28 p.m.
Yesterday, you want to the Celtics and the Lakers? Yeah. That game, you want to talk about what? 7? Yeah. I'll be asleep by that time. I got to get up at 4 in the morning. I didn't watch it. Yeah, I know the Lakers won, but I kind of little glimpse of the first quarter, but I don't. When those games come on at 7, I can't. I got to go to sleep.
5 NOL 961. 23926C3. 7 SMK. I can't really see the rest of that one. This is C&D Transportation. License plate 58912U2. And by the way, this is documentation of the state moving its fake sun over my head as I traveled north on Mountain Avenue from 5th Street to Walmart and continued north on Mountain, and now it's going east. 7YGD353. PMENTL1. One thing that third parties write about, they are mental. That's true. Anyway, you have what is the state moving its fake sun north over my head as I'm on Mountain Avenue, and this is a departure from that, showing what is stalking with the fake sun, also showing what is absolute impossibility of that ever being the sun that's remaining over the Ovid Family Community Library, for example, where the specifically documented third party group stalker with the predator hair is stalking at that venue under what is the fake sun while I'm there. Okay, this is stalking conduct with the state's fake sun that is now moving east, no longer moving north of Mountain Avenue. All right, I'm not capturing ATAR220. I'm not capturing that conduct. I'm capturing what is the maintenance over my head now as I'm going east on Foothill Boulevard. Distinct from while the state is doing that with its fake sun while I'm on the route, for example, 61, and I'm traveling east or west on Hope Boulevard. All right, and also distinct from where it's keeping its fake sun stationary over any venue where I remain, including the B&G Plaza in the city of Ontario, where it remained over that parking lot as I'm facing south, capturing it in picture and videos, while the state is stalking via commercial airline planes and helicopters. Okay, flying where that same fake sun is planted over me. So, like I said, it's 12:30 p.m. and this is P.O.C. This is complete office. They're stalking and monitoring. directed light across the window of the bus while they're listening to me publish my documentation and reveal what's demonic conduct. As the entity listens to that, they engage in conduct with this directed light. It's like it's their demonic method of trying to hit me or something with their impossible light activity. 70333R2, complete office. And I am at Day Creek and Foothill in Rancho Cucamonga. In other words, this mall is monitoring, and Target is crossing path again in another truck. 7NSJ417. Victoria Gardens is monitoring. This is where the state's fake sun is. 8NWG974. 50ULA Handcat. 5MQU983. 8UOS596. BT71C44 paper 42698V1. Rider is crossing path. 2387108 is the trailer in the back of that Rider truck. 8RZZ160. What you're listening to, what you're witnessing is the conduct of a psychopath. Okay? That's what you're witnessing. And that's what I'm revealing. The conduct of psychopath. And understand they're listening and focus on every syllable, every move, everything I'm doing on my communication device. And what you're doing. Oh man, this was on Saturday, bro. Like they're just two homeboys, right? Chit-chatting. They are stalking like a mug, okay? Psychopaths. That's what you're witnessing. Psychopath. Alright, not ignorantly present under the fake sun, not ignorantly present in directed light, not ignorantly present on behalf of the state. 35554M2. You're witnessing what a psychopath. This is what the people of the state do. This is how the state engages in the element. Understand, even their the conduct of the conversation is malicious. It's audible activity. License 6YKD608, and it's pathetic. It is pathetic, but it's showing what is a terrorizing threat by the people of the state while they're monitoring American citizens. And this one is documenting it, and so you're talking about engaging in that criminal conduct with the government while you're aware of the fact that you're being documented, okay? That's called an impermissible threat, and you're going to prosecute the entity for that. License 6UKJ, I can't see that. 6HUB527. 71118H1.
I didn't get the part at the airport though. Because they got a background check for that one.
8SIR 639. 8SIR 639. 8XUR 552. That's another demon stomping their foot on the bus, called sensational and audible activity. 8HNK, I can't really see that one. 70039H2. 8DJY095. 55562, handicap. 60146BN, I believe. 7S, I can't see that one.
I see people doing tobacco shit. Get in the car, ain't got no license in the car.
This is audible activity. License 8CSP739.
Omnitrans is currently offering rewarding job opportunities here in the San Bernardino Valley. Excellent benefits. For more information, please visit omnitrans.org/about/careers.
over. It's essentially somewhere. I can't really see it. This is UPS. All right. Stalking in Upland. Stalking now on traffic. And this is entering into Fontana. All right. Directed light. And this is the intersection of, by the way, Edawanda and Foothill. Directed light on the what is this? That's the paint. I want to say Schwinn.
Get off at Juniper.
They on this road too? There's a business over here at the corner of Edawanda. Directed light across that building. You have this is called Dunn Edwards Paints. That's what it's called. Directed light across the building. That's in front of me. All right, knowledge of where I am. Touching the surfaces with directed light. License 52571R1. That's UPS. 8XOR582. All right, you're listening to what is audible activity while they're having their loud conversation in directed light under fake sun. All right, so I just want to be clear, the ongoing environment is being maintained. All right, and you are able to stalk using your voice. They're stalking with activity, stalking with audible activity. 8HCV086, I believe, at Cornwall and Foothill. License 8RGD040, 6HPY245, 8XBY409, and that loud conversation, all the rest of the minions on the bus with communication devices are monitoring. Okay, it's facilitating. 6FOM635, 5MEB970. 8, I can't see that one. 8FNC599. And it is also keeping me surrounded. So you're talking about while they're stalking around in traffic, all right? This is keeping me surrounded with activity. The directed light that I'm telling you on the buildings outside around in traffic is keeping surrounded with light. They are all monitoring with communication devices together, all right? 8RJC531, 6HPY245, RAI8RZ. It is currently, by the way, 12:38 p.m.
Mulberry Avenue.
UPS crossing path again, going westbound on Foothill. 25100K2, I believe. 6FOM635. 6HXM292, 8RJC531. In case I did not read that one, they engage in loitering. And that's how they do it in traffic. They just remain in traffic, especially, and they do this with knowledge that I've read their license plates as well. License 8CFR752. 60146N1, I believe. 8BJY095. CLSA1. It's 12:39 p.m. Let me make sure I got this license plate correct. 60146N1. Yeah.
I just want to talk about all my business and shit, man. Let me do things. Yeah, change it. No, just let me do things, man.
This is where I think we're approaching Citrus and Foothill right now at 12:39 p.m.
So let's just say I'm working, man. I'm working.
8CFR 752. Or is this Cherry? Oh, this is Cherry, not Citrus. At Foothill and Cherry. Burtech is crossing path going westbound Foothill. Listen to Satan. Oh boy. It is 12:40 p.m. Alrighty, capturing the state's fake son in the window of the bus at Cherry and Foothill. And I took a picture so you can see the street sign where I'm at, and it's at 12:40 p.m.
$3,000 and pay up to $22 per hour. Best of all, Amazon has shifts and schedules that fit your life. Start your job search today at Amazon.com/apply. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Alright, so big picture, I just want to document, this is molestation by the Fontana Unified School District on the school bus, license plate 1610111, 8GWA213, and again, they're on the driver's side of the bus. I showed you what is right now at 12:40 p.m. The fake son is on the passenger side through that window. That's absolutely impossible light while Fontana Unified School District, a demon-possessed stalker driving a school bus, all right, its crossing path would be on the opposite side. The sun would not be, this is not only is it never occurring if that was the sun, that's going out of your way to touch and terrorize with directed light while you are stalking, driving a Fontana Unified School District school bus, okay? License plate 6NTD953. License 7ZQD571.
California rain ain't real. Shit. It ain't like the Mississippi rain, but it's real to me. Shit. This shit rain like it make my bones hurt. Rain like 5-10 minutes.
It's 12:42 p.m.
Go to Tennessee, man.
It's $6.
It is 12:42 p.m. As I showed you, what is the state's fake son that's remaining in the window as I'm now traveling what is east on Foothill. This is documentation as I spoke to coming from Ontario. I showed you what is the picture of the fake son, and you see it directly over the venue of 630 North Fern. As I'm sitting in the car through the windshield, I'm able to capture that. The state is aiming that fake son. That is from Ontario to the city of Upland, to the city, through the city of what is in Rancho Cucamonga, and we're going to Fontana, okay? This is the state stalking from place to place to place. That is a state system, I want to be clear. That is a pattern of conduct that I'm literally going from city to city. As I've shown before, but I just want to be clear, this is the big picture, this is what I documented today. 4AAV036, 8LTT244. And by the way, you're understanding what is Omnitrans is molesting my person, touching on my thighs, touching on my legs with what is not sunlight. The state's fake sun is in the window, and that is also not sunlight that is touching my body, serving a criminal purpose. And they're all monitoring together. This is the people engaging in sexual violence. All right, I want to document that. It's 12:43 p.m. 7ADH134. Burtech crossing path again for the third time. Alrighty.
So now we're on the 1-game winning streak. So what I'm gonna do is, when the Redskins Sunday, I'm gonna get my jersey back up.
Understand how you're prosecuting a sex offender while they're talking about football. It's audible activity while they're molesting with the state that's covering my thighs with directed light, stalking with the fake sun. They're engaging in sexual violence as you listen to them speak. That's how you're going to prosecute the sex offender that are the people of the state, stalking and molesting with engineered light and touching on your body with it. We are at this is bus number 1325, and I read this employee's number. He's representing Omnitrans. They engage in routine sexual violence on behalf of the people. It is 12:44 p.m.
I don't think it's gonna affect. I mean, that's probably gonna be it, man. Yeah, that's not bad. I think he's 38, something like that. Yeah, he's old anyway. He's old. I think you're right. I think that's the end of his career right there. Might be, man. Give me the tag. What you say? Come on, man. You should have that ready.
This is employee 3237 who you're here listening to the audible activity of a sex offender that's molesting with the state while he is stalking. That's right. Representing a company, Omnitrans. is 6LGU203.
Stop requested. If possible, please use rear doors.
Imposible. Favor usar la puerta trasera.
Pattern WAD is Street.
3M40079. We are at Elmira Avenue and Foothill Boulevard at 12:46 p.m.
Yes, that's what he just worked with.
8DHD055.
I was like that, like when Deontay Wilder lost. I was in the funk for like a month, month and a half. Like, that was a fight though, man. Yeah, bro. You have a good day. I thought you had that fight won when you knocked him out.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl tonight? Who's going to win the Super Bowl tonight?
I don't know, man. I can't call that. That's too close.
Who's in the close? I ain't watched it all year long.
Tyson missed the fight old boy, right? Missing the one of the best seasons of all time. I don't know who's gonna win. Hey, he got to fight. They forced him to fight that dude. Who? The number one contender.
License plate 5RNS915 7LML316 78RY913. CVT 3079 Arizona.
Remote operation is opening soon. Visit us at 215 Philadelphia Street on August 28th and receive an extra $50 bonus coupon on your plasma donation.
At Tokay Avenue, Tokay, Tokay, however you pronounce it. Tokay Avenue and Foothill Boulevard.
The matches, man, it's the second fight, right? No, that was the third fight.
This is the maintenance of audible activity. In the same way, when I'm in Tracy Banks' vehicle, she's playing music or talking on her phone. It's audible activity while the state is keeping its fake center directed light on me. This is the malice with which demons are monitoring and stalking. 8SNK435. That's what you're listening to. License 8JTH801. It's audible activity. 6ETU880. 8KVC343, 7WPR878, 5HSU316, 7GFU017.
And at the end of the fight, Tyson Fury trainer gave him some water, right? He said, "Would you?"
6FVB504.
At Wilder's camp.
I believe that was, I can't really see.
That's why you see when you first fight,
6CBP470.
And George Foreman was like, they put some in my water too. Yeah, he said, put in my water. You don't take water from the...
It's 1249.
I told somebody, I said, first, this is how I got over this slump, right? I said, he broke the hood rule. Tyson told me, you don't take water. I said, first of all, you don't trust no dope fiend.
81626A1.
Hey, driver. Yeah, are you a football fan?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, how are the Titans doing, you know?
It's 12:50 p.m. At Citrus Avenue in Foothill, and the fake sun is remaining in the window. This is audible activity, and it is entirely 7 PPC 167.
You don't do that shit.
License plot, I can't see that one. 6TAN 511. 5XLG, I can't see that one.
Amazon is offering sign-on bonuses of
STLRZ56, 6HUD75.
Job search at Amazon.com/apply.
C47456, 7ASC359. 56, I can't see the one. 7XJK431, I believe. It is currently 12:50 p.m.
Hey, he even said, he said, man, I lost my way when I won the heavyweight championship. He said he got the money. Yeah, he got the bitches that didn't like him at first. Right, they love now. He really messed up. Man, don't you know he was the first heavyweight Mexican champion of all time history? He was like, fuck, heavyweight. Yeah, heavyweight. He got fat as hell, man. He's still gonna go down in the history book, so. Yeah, he is, but he gonna be Buster Douglas type of dude. And that's what happened to Buster Douglas. He won Tyson. Tyson was tripping though.
Passing Oleander and Foothill.
No, Tyson did train. I'll tell you how. That's why this part here though.
8TAY 397.
Buster Douglas was nobody, but think about that. He underestimated. Buster Douglas was one for a whole lot. His mama just died. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. His mama just died.
Cypress Avenue.
If you don't fight nobody with their mama just died. They got that, what they call that? That super strength. That super strength. Hey, did you see that video where that woman lifted that bus up to get her baby out get that call? See? She's like, incredible strength. She lifted the bus up. Okay, man, you're going to get off right here. And then Cedar, you got to walk to Cedar all the way down.
Juniper Avenue.
There's no bus that comes up here.
Audible activity.
You get to 14 at the light.
We're now at Jennifer and Foothill, and the fake sun is remaining in the window. License plate. That's how you prosecute the psychopath. That's how you get it. 8DVP500, 8VHK706-270DUB with the hand at the beginning of that license plate. Alrighty, I did show you what is the fake sign at Jennifer and Foothill, and directed light on the bus. Vertex crossing path again. License plate. No license plate on that vehicle. This is images captured 6ZZU566. Images captured at 12:53 p.m. at Jennifer and Foothill Boulevard, where they're getting off. They're crossing path in what is directed light that's placed on the bus. The fake sun is through the windshield. I did capture an image of it as I sit on the side, and it is right there over my head where I moved to that side of the bus. You can see that in pictures. All right, these are psychopaths, and you're talking about the terrorizing threat as you're understanding the psychopaths that are the people of the state. And not only that, let me give you additional context, because I have encountered this particular stalker before, and he is a freak weirdo. He sits in front of me at the Open Family Community Library, and he engages in making ongoing loud noise as I do it. It's already terrorizing where you have people engaging in that same identical stalking conduct with noise as you make any move, as you engage in activity on your phone, on the internet. You're talking about one that is very a freak weirdo, in other words, that is stalking. And let me be clear, he's engaged in the same focusing conduct right now, 45514X2, under what is the fake sun at Arrow Boulevard and Jennifer at 12:54 p.m. where the fake sun is. And I want to be clear, there's no mistaking about that. This is the P.O.C. and the P.O.C. is ongoing. As you can see, a fake sun that's remaining over me. Nowhere possible would I ever be able to capture the actual sun over B&G Plaza, the route that I went today. Okay, didn't even go in that direction. And you have what is a psychopath that's engaging in a loud, boisterous conversation, which is his means of audible activity. And while he's sitting in the library stalking me under the fake sun, as the state keeps it over the Ovid Family Community Library, he sits around banging, clanging around stuff with noise. That's a demon. 1420026. That's a psychopath. Okay, and they're monitoring together. All right, this is the psychopath that's hostile to the fact that they know you're documenting them at the neighborhood Walmart filled with demons, engaging in this system on behalf of the government. All right, engaging in that harassment with directed light behind her head, the fake sun above me. All right, and you look at that directed light, it's absolutely impossible. Never is that sunlight ever going to reach inside of the store like that. That's not sunlight, that's directed light, that's P.O.C. Rashad, is that the name you heard? That third party gets off at Arrow and Sierra, and that's all on camera. It's audible activity. Indirect light and under the fake sun. All right, I'm just speaking to you, revealing what's a psychopath. And these are psychopaths that engage in that conduct while they're engaging in the P.O.C. It reveals what is a psychopath. All right, it is Valencia and Jennifer at 12:56 p.m. The state's fake sun is at the Fontana Metrolink train station at 12:56 p.m. This is P.O.C. Alrighty, and I read the employee number, engaging in the P.O.C. with the state and contact with the people of the state. And not only are you prosecuting for what is the pattern of conduct, it's facilitation of that pattern of conduct. Enabling another, all right, which is by an entire group. An entire group is then enabling each other to engage in this system on behalf and in contact with the government. This is bus number 1325. I read this employee number already, representing Omnitrans. And it is currently 12:57 p.m. I'll get the license plate right now. Fake sun over the Fontana Metrolink train station. And again, when we come from Sierra on Route 61, and I'm showing you on video the fake sun that's coming from that location as we go that route. State's fake sun coming from the opposite route. As I'm showing you the picture of the fake sun while we're on Juniper. Understand that's also showing what is stalking with the fake sun. The state's fake sun is remaining over me as I go to the same venue, Fontana Metrolink train station, from a different route. Okay? And that's what the state's fake sun just did right now. That's what it's doing. It's ongoing P.O.C. and it is over the same venue. 39518U1. It is 12:57 p.m. License 1387338 Omnitrans 1259. That's bus 1259.
If possible, please use rear doors.
Si posible. Por favor, usar la puerta trasera.
It's 12:58 p.m. All right, that's Metrolink under the fake sun and indirect light. And this same employee that I am speaking to, the employee number that I recited, as I'm getting off the bus, he's stalking, using his voice. That's exactly what you were listening to. He's using his voice as audible activity. They use the same method of audible activity to stalk with conduct. That is, again, engaging in the creation of audible activity with simultaneity to what you do as you do it, as you get in the path, if you will. So as I'm getting off of the bus and I enter the path of this driver, all right, who's been monitoring as you're listening to it, I'm documenting it. His conversation is the incrimination of that company, of the people of the state he's monitoring. So as I get into the path and I'm getting off the bus, this is when he's answering a question. He's waiting to speak. His voice is audible activity, and so he speaks very loud. Oh yeah, you can get on the He starts speaking as I get in the path getting off the bus. That's license plate 1370396. And I also captured an image of what is the fake sun right over that bus as I face it at the Fontana Metrolink train station. This is Route 66. This is P.O.C. All right, license 1387338. That's Omnitrans Route 14. Crossing path. Of course, directed light is on the ground. You already know the P.O.C. for Omnitrans. That's bus 1259. Exiting. I read their license plate. Understand, as they cross path, this demon that's right here in front of me, focusing on his communication device, is monitoring. All right, and they're monitoring with the demons of Metrolink as well. Okay, it's ongoing corporate activity. I'm just letting you know what's going on around, and this is what the demons are doing. While Metrolink is present, understand, what is Metrolink also engaging in? Facilitation. They drop the train track breakers, which creates the flashing light as they drop the bars for the train tracks. Light activity, and you hear the beeping, and then you have the demons that are in traffic on Sierra Avenue. Those are demons lined up in traffic under the fake sun monitoring me. Okay, that's all ongoing concerted activity. It is 1:01 p.m. and that's exactly what they are. They're just an army of inferior demons who are stalking, and I'm going to prosecute them one by one by one. License plate, stalking with Metrolink, because that's exactly what Metrolink's doing. Using that, which is relevant to interstate commerce, they're monitoring with communication devices, and they use such methods for engaging in the P.O.C. Directed light on the asphalt, on the black asphalt beside this demon-possessed stalker, 8YAV022, 7SVE048. Directed light while these demons are crossing path on the black asphalt, 8VWH153. And what else incriminates? The state is stalking with helicopter, okay? It is exactly what I'm telling you it is. 7MBH336 studying her communication device while directed light is on the black asphalt and the state is flying over by helicopter. 8SZR778. 8RQE486. P.O.C. Alrighty, demons at the intersection of Valencia and Sierra. Directed light across the buildings. 7A67828. 8XWX 553. 6AWS 178. 6ZFD 279. 8WMJ 305. 5TJD 818. 5RIA 306. 4RIF 110. 7LNG 402. 6CDP 696. 8YNX 975. FedEx crossing path again in that same directed light under the fake sun. They're stalking commercial vehicles. All right, systematic means of that. Systematic means of that presence on behalf of the government, that's stalking and monitoring American citizens. Shame, shame, shame. And I did capture video of what is the Fontana Police with Omnitrans, with Metrolink. These are all the commercial actors that are acting together. What is Metrolink? Not only is Metrolink in relevant position, Metrolink is a means whereby a mass of demons on that venue of the train are also monitoring. Metrolink is creating audible and light activity. All right, and then you have what is directed light all over the ground while the demon possessed are stalking in the path on the black asphalt, which is under the fake sun that is over me at that sidewalk, precisely over me where I'm standing at that sidewalk, no longer over, for example, the window of that bus, let alone that bus stop as I get off and show you the picture of the bus. It's right over me, and that is also light activity that's not going to occur even if the actual sun was over the sky space of that Fontana Metrolink train station. All right, the state is stalking with a fake light. The state is stalking by the people where that directed light is also present. They know exactly who I am, where I am, what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And I captured all of that in that video at the intersection of Orange Way and Sierra. It is currently 1:07 p.m. And that is terrorism by the people. That is terrorism by the state as it's acting commercially. Actually, you have what are all of those facets combined in that video. I'll break that down in a second. 5TDH 080. 6GNZ 521, 6PGX 385, 8KYV 535, 7TNM 779, 8HQS 481, 8JTB 791, 4U WW 494, DT 339, handicap 075ZD, handicap 5, PTG 747, 81994G3, 8VYB 560, 5TAZ 165, 03787G3, 8VKJ150, 2088V, that's a federal plate, that's what it looks like, and FedEx going out of its way to engage in crossing path again. You're going to prosecute for that ongoing knowledge while they engage in that terrorism. They're already stalkers, they're already monitoring, and then they engage in, that's a demon, understand that's demonic conduct. They engage in more of that satanic activity while you document them. 6DXJ174, 8BKX269, 7KVT758, 7YEA490. There is no normalization to that conduct. You're present under what is that environment, and you're a demon-possessed stalker identifying and associating a company with that, which it needs to be known. You need to know what's going on with FedEx, what's wrong with them, what the reality of FedEx is. You need to know about that. 8GKB339, and you're also doing it under that which is not the sun. This is intentional, and all of that coincides with that environment. It's speaking to the malice. It's speaking to, in other words, the state of mind, the knowledge that you have. This is going to state of mind, speaking to that intent. This is going to state of mind. This is going to the vicarious presence on behalf of the government. All right, no commercial actor has any form, obviously, and it doesn't even make sense to try to make some differentiation between a group stalker under that same exact facts, but because they have a logo on their vehicle, it's different, and it's not, and I'm showing you that it's not. And it is illogical to even posit that. This is what the government system was relying on, though. 7ZAF817. 7YGC075, 369W, 369WE, 87536 into traffic management, 50563D2, 6RTL999, 78JR510, 483TA handicap, 8WQL356, 7TJB701, Vertec crossing path again, Coca-Cola crossing path again, 9E47824 is Coca-Cola, 7RZW310. And let me be clear, it is not different with regard to that analysis and understanding as you're prosecuting those identified third parties who are terrorizing and stalking in concert with the government, the engagement by Omnitrans, which is a bus line, and their form is, oh, we're running a bus line, and no, they're not. They're stalking and they're monitoring, they're molesting. They're engaging in harassment using that bus line, and you are also engaging in that repetitious stalking activity with knowledge of the fact that you're being documented, period. All right, the people of the state have no way in which, and that's a matter of justice, to escape being prosecuted where you're stalking with the government, and that's exactly what they're doing. 8MNZ 647, 7SXX 614, 9656, 0L1 NINA 7BLA 940, 6BRU 715, 8BMF 911, 8WGE 847, 7FDL 723, 7ABD 365, 7PVH 156, 8EXF 568, 8HNH 465, 8PFT 648, 8UJT 401, 8JRU 124, 83045H1, 7FBH 816, 5NIB 829, 7MEZ 924, 5UHR 390, 8GXM 574, 7RDM 996, 8YEZ 874. And doing so with the baby in the back seat, license plate, again, 8YIX 490. All right, I do want to show you what is the fake sun while you're engaging in terrorism. Doing so, understand these little minions representing communication devices that are repeatedly crossing paths. The government is present vicariously through them, understand that. And this is also demonic activity, which is not limited or in any way relevant to the age. I'm showing you what is a system that's in operation by a state, and it's rooted in Satanism. But it's criminal. They're monitoring with communication devices, but it's just present in what is directed light, and that's what they're doing while the government is engaging in that. And the people of the state, for example, 8YIX 490, who's creating light activity, I'm showing you what is the fake sun as I am standing what is in front of her vehicle. She is stalking and molesting, terrorizing with the state. While directed light is on 5UHR 390 while she's stalking the path on behalf of the government. License plate, same analysis, 8YFZ 874, 7UIW 478, 7WNC 641, 7MPE 411, 6CHG 744, 8RLX 836, 7VMT 887, 3LXP 540, 8PFE 069, 8SJL 838, 6RDT 218, P.O.C. Alrighty, it is currently 1:13 p.m. and I'm showing you the pictures of the fake sun, and understand where I'm standing. This is the same Arrow Boulevard, okay, in the city of Fontana. First of all, we're moving over me from 630 North Fern in the city of Ontario, over the venue, into the windshield, from Ontario to the city of Upland, remaining over me the entire time as I go step by step to, and that's going in a specific direction. Again, where I showed you, I documented 6JUD 357. Where I documented this morning, the state fake sun went over Ontario Village, the Stater Brothers parking lot, where it customarily goes based on where I'm going. It engages in a grand departure from that, as I do not get out there, and she instead drops me off at 5th Street and Mountain in the city of Ontario, and the state kept its fake sun. That's what I showed you on video. That is remaining from a very specific address to another where I remain there, and I'm showing you what is directed light by the people who are stalking, including via commercial vehicles, the same exact P.O.C, the same exact demonic possession, the same exact vicarious stalking on behalf of the state. And you have what is then following as I remain at that parking lot to show you at 10 o'clock in the morning, the fake sun remaining over the Walmart, in conflict with being over any library. As I have shown you the Upland Public Library at 10 o'clock, I showed you what is the Ontario Open Family Community Library at 10 o'clock. I showed you what is the B&G Plaza at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm showing you what is stalking with light while those demons of the Walmart are monitoring my documentation and engaging what is referred to as obstruction of justice, which is grounds of federal prison, while they're engaging in what is criminal summoning. All right, because those demons that are monitoring my phone on the venue of the internet in violation of Title 18, then engage in what is the demonic pattern of conduct of harassment and targeting activity while they're monitoring constantly. 1599325, the facilitating venue of the fire department, John R. Roberts, molesting with directed light. All right, at 1:15 p.m. You have what is the entity engaging in that conduct. That's from Upland. All right, as I continue walking north, the state's fake sun remains over my head as I walk through Upland, which I'm also showing you in images and in video, while the state is flying in circles over me by planes as well, okay? That's through Upland, all right? And then I get on Route 66 and I go eastbound on Foothill, and that's then going from what is Upland, as I show you the directed light inside of KFC. That's how you know what the city of Fontana is doing. It doesn't change. Already documented, 1253672. The same conduct as the fire department, a different vehicle. That's the state acting directly, though, for purposes of identifying an actor acting on behalf of the state. That's the city of Fontana. That's the municipality, molesting with directed light. 8ZFZ369, monitoring with children, stalking, the same molesting conduct, and that little minion, her child, is operating communication device. They're monitoring together. They're engaged in criminal conduct together. That's going to be prosecution of that third-party parent adult for purposes of the criminal conduct that these demons are engaged in. That's going to be prosecution as to facilitation. And understand that underage actor, that they're not immune to being prosecuted either. They are engaging in the intentional conduct. This is demonic in nature, and they are very well engaged in that same demonic behavior pattern. And being a group stalker is not limited to the age of majority. 8DO5423, 6NKU222, 7PBJ404, 8WFV330. Directed light in the parking lot while she crosses path, and another is honking a horn. That's the combination of elements, audible activity, and the fake sun is right here at the Fontana Lewis Library, and directed light while she's crossing path. 7BOK657, that is a facilitation of the venue Miller Amphitheater, while you have what are the city of Fontana likely engaging in audible activity using a leaf blower. All right, directed light while these demons are loitering in front, monitoring. License 81908C3. They're pathetic. All right, that's why I'm laughing, not because it's funny. It is pathetic. 8SK3611 Washington, and this one getting an 8DO5423 is stalking in the path behind me and at the Lewis Library while directed light while these demons are pacing in the parking lot. Directed light on the ground, just like I showed you on the black asphalt at Orange Way in Sierra. You have that same conduct here while she's monitoring with the minor child, okay, who is in operation of a communication device as well. That's 8DO5423. All right, just capturing images of that, stalking in the path, and acting with the demons who are patrolling, and directed light is crossing path with me as they do so. 8KDE794, that is license plate 8JQF404, while that demon crosses path, simultaneity of activity and crossing path. 5WKR303, license plate, just one after another. This demon is 8HVC834, 54003Y1, P.O.C. And the state's fake sun is over the Fontana Lewis Library. After going from city to city, as I've shown, Ontario to Upland, and then getting on Route 66 and not remaining going up north of Mountain Avenue, right? Then the state's fake sun then starts going eastbound. That's what I'm saying, remaining in the window on that specific street. As I go through what is Upland to Rancho Cucamonga to Fontana. All right, and that's P.O.C. of stalking. Heavy duty stalking by the people of the state. P.O.C. 1:18 p.m. All right, 09199B2 8SAA465. It is 7:33 p.m. License 1404972. It's 7:34 p.m. Oh, that's a license plate of Omnitrans, by the way. All right, molesting again. It's Omnitrans 1500428. All right, and this is intentional presence in the path. I'm in directed light. They're aiming light onto my breasts, onto the front of me, in other words, onto all over the front of my body, touching, while they're stalking, and my shadow is in front of me. Remember, I've shown you this with the fake sun. The fake sun will be in front of me, and my shadow is also in front of me. Omnitrans is molesting, all right, and I am being molested with directed light. They are stalking with the state, molesting together, and that's what that license plate is engaged in. It is 7:35 p.m. This is P.O.C. This is bus 1328. And Omnitrans is using buses, out of service buses, just slapping whatever on the signage. All right, they're a bus line engaged in criminal conduct. They're literally engaging in stalking using a bus line. All right, and that's why you engage in that chicanery with signage on your buses, 1404972, operating outside of your published time frames and published routes as well, while you're engaging in that criminal conduct with the people of the state. All right, it's currently 7:35 p.m. It's 7:35 p.m. and this is P.O.C. I'm at the Fontana Metrolink station. 1545805 at 7:47 p.m. 1545685 at 7:45 p.m. And Omnitrans is using buses that with a signage stating out of service for purposes of crossing path with the audible activity of sirens and directed light. All right, the minions of in relevant position on what is Nuevo. Understand, all of them are in what are facilitating venues and they're monitoring. And you also have what is molestation while those demons are loitering in relevant position with their headlights on and also crossing path and molesting with light. And those minions, they live on Nuevo, at the village, at Sierra, the 55 plus community. They're monitoring all of them. I'm being molested currently with directed light and the state is providing sirens, which Omnitrans as well is monitoring too. It is currently 7:48 p.m. It's P.O.C. So what I took images of, again, AMR and what is wrong with them, they're demon possessed, and that's why you saw directed light streaming across the curb while they were stalking in front of the vehicle while the fake sun was over Mountain Avenue over the car. This morning, AMR engaging in criminal conduct and criminal facilitation. Those are demon possessed actors that are to be snatched out of those positions. They pose a very violent threat. Omnitrans is crossing path as AMR sounds sirens, and this demon working for Omnitrans has shadows going in opposite directions. What I just took a picture of is not only American Medical Response crossing path, creating light activity and amplified sirens in relevant position as they cross path. I'm showing you what are two shadows. I have what is a darker shadow right here in front, and then my taller shadow. You can see my legs that are stretching above. I have two shadows in front of me. Okay, I have two shadows and they're both in front of me while AMR is stalking in the path, and that's what I captured in still images while you are listening to the audible activity. That's a criminal conduct again that I'm documenting. AMR, they are heavily documented. This is the state acting directly, all right, and this is terrorism by American Medical Response, who's providing audible activity while the people stalking all around and stalking with light. This is terrorism while the entity engages in such conduct. Omnitrans is engaging in no form. They're engaging in terrorism while they're sitting around in buses, demons, and large buses, stalking with light activity, stalking with and monitoring with American Medical Response, who's crossing path, and while I am being molested with directed light. It's the same exact pattern of conduct. You are engaged in the same exact terrorism under what is a brand name. All you're providing is a commercial means whereby that company is going to be associated with what is terrorizing, monitoring, stalking, and molesting American citizens. You're stalking. You're not operating a business. You are stalking. And the state just drove by creating that facilitating activity in doing so. And so, yeah, that's what you saw in video, by the way. I want to make sure you pay attention to that, all right? This is the false premise. You're not stalking if you're in front. No, you saw that directed light, that impossible light activity while American Medical Response was in front of the car that I'm in this morning. All right, that's P.O.C. and American Medical Response targeting and monitoring and stalking me right now, again, while directed light is molesting my person. All right, it is currently 7:51 p.m. at Fontana Metrolink train station. This is P.O.C. (1302446). That's another Omnitrans parking at Route 61, letting off demon-possessed stalkers, letting off all their third parties, which is engagement in the P.O.C, and using the signage on the bus as out of service. Understand they're just using the buses for purposes of maintenance of audible activity, light activity while they're molesting and crossing a path, okay? That was a bus that has out of service as a signage. I just want to document this. Parking at the Route 61 bus slot at the Fontana Metrolink train station, and then pulling off. And this is driven by an old white male with white hair. He gets on and off the bus, emptying the trash, loitering in relevant position, which is patrolling back and forth in directed light with the people who are maintaining presence all around me. And they're just demons that are walking around in the directed light. This is a means of ongoing light activity. All right, that's how Omnitrans is monitoring. It is currently 7:59 p.m. and this demon over here on Route 66 is stalking with audible activity using the bus. License 1399976. That's bus 1262. It is currently 7:59 p.m. That's Metrolink engaging in the P.O.C. Metrolink is going eastbound. All right, this is Omnitrans. License plate essentially substantially similar to 1245516, I believe. It is another out-of-service bus loitering in relevant position. This is creation of light activity while the state is patrolling by helicopter around the Fontana Metrolink train station as well. That's just one that's crossing path, all right? Patrolling conduct by the people in their own individual cars, by the state via aircraft, by, for example, the activity created by Metrolink, okay? The creation by the demons who are surrounding me on the ground as they're walking. They're in large shadows. They're walking around in engineered light. It's ongoing stalking, systematic group stalking, okay? In the deliberately maintained environment. That's what's ongoing at the Fontana Metrolink train station. It's currently 8:07 p.m. All right, monitoring with the state. That's stalking by helicopter. These demons are patrolling around in directed light. 1302442. That's bus 2356. And it's 8:09 p.m. Yeah, I want you to hear that helicopter activity. And this is Omnitrans crossing path. License plate
1535426, bus 1343, route 19, loitering in relevant position, engaging in criminal conduct, commercial stalking. That's what they're doing. They're not operating a bus line. In the shoes of the state, they're engaging in criminal operation, and it's going by the name of Omnitrans, a vicarious group stalker, while the state is creating the clapping sound of helicopter while I'm being molested with directed light. All right. And it is currently, again, 8:10 p.m. P.O.C. At 11 p.m., sound of sirens. I'm just surrounded by a bunch of walking dead people. They are freaks. Sirens and helicopters, shadows going in all manner of direction. These are the demon possessed. That's the sound of death. Understand what that demon is doing. It's audible activity. He is stalking, and he is a demon possessed stalker. This is revealing demons in operation. It's 8:11 p.m. Alrighty, license plate. Omnitrans stalking with the state via helicopter 1420027, bus 1282. I did just capture a video of what are an employee. This is African American male. He's patrolling in directed light, and I'm showing you what is that impossible light activity that this entity is molesting me with while they are stalking together. The state repeating the sound of sirens and the clapping sound of helicopter activity, which I also captured in that video at 8:11 p.m. There is nothing but criminal conduct by those using those emergency vehicles in directed light, and the state is also stalking by a helicopter. And this is the same demon-possessed actor, American Medical Response at 8:12 p.m. Going nowhere, literally psychopaths, the living dead that are in operation of an ambulance vehicle, again in positions that they have no business in. And this is the dual purpose of identifying what the state of California is engaging in, and the demons who are in positions which pose a very threat to the harm. All right, this is American Medical Response driving at the same location where I took a picture earlier with my double shadows. 39945C3, and creating light activity with Omnitrans, license plate 1522053. All right, this one has their hazards on 1522053. That's Omnitrans vehicle number 474. All right, they're monitoring together. It is currently, by the way, 8:13 p.m. And the state is flying around by helicopter. I'm gonna get this real quick. All right, I did capture what is an image of Omnitrans, which is stalking. First of all, understand they're stalking. They are engaging in the creation of light activity. This is a demon engaging in that demonic behavioral pattern, stalking in the path with light. All right, they are acting with AMR, which crosses path, and again, on the same street, in the same directed light, the same environment. That's literally a psychopath that's just driving around in circles. They're not even going anywhere, okay? Understand that. They're stalking right now. And the state is flying around in circles by helicopter, and Omnitrans is acting with AMR, who's using their light activity. And understand a demon on the opposite side of what is, this is Orange Way, using their hazards as well. This is a barrier of light, while Omnitrans remains on the property of the Fontana Metrolink train station with their hazard lights on. This is light activity, okay? All of it is light activity, and this is monitoring conduct. And it is 8:15 p.m. That's literally a demon that drove through the driveway of the buses in order to create audible activity while they're monitoring what I'm doing on my phone. It's 8:19 p.m. He just drives through on a little, it's audible activity in directed light. That's the purpose of what that demon is doing. That's what you're hearing. On like a scooter with a motor on it. It's audible activity. All right, it's the ongoing elements, and that's a demon engaging in that conduct with knowledge of what I'm doing on my phone, okay? Monitoring with the demons that are patrolling all around, all of these walking dead, okay? They're literally like hollow zombies. That's what the demon possessed are, okay? It's currently 8:19 p.m. P.O.C. All right, and loitering this entire time, bus 1262, route 66, which license plate I already read, but let me remind you. They've been remaining the whole time, creating a circuit of lights with the state with helicopter, with Metrolink 1399976. It is 8:20 p.m. Alrighty, bus 1269, license plate 1399983. I just departed off of that bus on surveillance cameras. The P.O.C. underway the entire time. The Ontario Fire Department stalking while I'm on the bus, using its sirens and lights for audible activity creation, engaging in terrorism with the people, monitoring, facilitating conduct while I'm on the venue of the bus.
And the state repeatedly using sirens, by the way, while I'm en route from the Fontana Metrolink train station. Just like you heard, American Medical Response providing a repeated use of sirens. And this is while I'm on the bus. It's currently 9:23 p.m. I just want to document my arrival at Lemon and Holt Boulevard in the city of Ontario. Lemon and Holt, again, this is in front of what is the third-party facilitating venue, Metro 102. It is currently 9:23 p.m. This is P.O.C. 8BYF 956. It's 9:54 p.m. Molesting. It's I'm at Mountain Avenue at 7-Eleven at 1055 North Mountain Avenue.